This is Girls Night Out, the podcast.
Again. Okay, so this is episode 91 of Girls Night Out. My name is Nick Tomkin, and to the left of me is...
Jordan Scherer, and to the left of me is...
Mayce Galoni, and to my left is...
He's not to your left.
Technically, that's actually true.
To the left of me is...
Body position.
Can you not face me? That makes me very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's like staring in the eyes of hell
See what
itself.
he's trying to do? He's trying to throw off the circle.
I'm not. He said it. I didn't.
In the front of me, across the table.
Is Manolis Zontanos. And to my left is...
Gavin Stephens, who thinks this whole to the left bullshit is bullshit. It's ridiculous that we, at 91 episodes, we're still doing... Oh, what the listener is going to be upset that we're not saying what position we're at a table. It's a square table.
We've done
Figure
it
out. We
so,
can be anywhere.
but we've done it so many times now. I think people would be disappointed if we didn't do it.
Can I
It'd be like breaking tradition.
Can I tell you a secret that I don't think you know?
Yeah.
We purposely... we thought you would check. You know when you were gone for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
We didn't do the circle thing.
I don't listen to the podcast.
But we all
So
thought
there you
that
go.
you might listen, and then you listen, and we just got into it and not did the circle
That's
thing.
pathetic.
And then we imagine you
sad.
going. We imagine you like listening to it, and going, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
How dare you?
We only do it just to drive. Then that would be more.
Just to drive me. You think this drives me crazy?
Well, we
you
think
I'm
it-
like pulling my hair out, like my beard hair, not my head hair.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
it looks like you did pull your hair.
I think there should be like
Fuck, dude.
like a best
you know I'm
of
thin skin.
a best of clips of all the times after we start the circle thing, and you again, just all the clips of that.
Like
together.
tradition
We could
is
do
like
an hour of that.
yeah. Tradition is Thanksgiving, which they fucking genocide happened to the natives, and you want to stick with tradition.
Yeah,
See?
I don't see anything wrong with that.
And he's wearing a Venom shirt.
You're wearing a fucking Boba Fett shirt.
Okay, so what?
It's not about me. I like to wear a Western shirt before I go on stage.
I know.
Just things become a thing. The circle thing is a thing.
Yeah, but they also could be like a cage or a cell that you trapped yourself in by defining yourself by something.
You think people only listen to us for the circle?
I listen to every episode, but I
And then
turn
they-
it off after that.
That's enough.
That'd be great. There was one listener. All right, the circle thing's
But it's not a
dying off.
circle. It's not a circle. It's a square.
Actually, it's a rectangle.
Thank you.
So there you go. Who cares? We're
Exactly. Who cares?
It's people hear the position. That's always my point. I think people like to know where we are.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah. Like when I was saying, hey,
But look at
Mayce.
the two of you. Am I supposed to take what you guys think as what people think? You guys are the farthest away from people. You're not normal. Listen, you two aren't normal. You don't represent an average demographic.
I hate to not back up the circle thing, but I'm actually with Gavin on this one.
I know, but when you put logic and science to it, it makes
There's no science. There's barely
Some
logic.
science.
But like,
Are
when,
you just hoping I cover the science?
And the logic.
And wizardry.
but I say, hey, Mayce.
That'd be nice.
And Mayce says, hey, Manolis. They go, oh, they visually picture where they're positioning.
What are they
us.
sitting there with their eyes rolled back in their head going, okay, that's good.
I think so.
And they picture us what, like dressed as what? Why don't we say why we're
Pilgrims.
dressed? Dressed like
We're dressed like pilgrims
with
right
like our
now.
guns, our big elephant guns.
I think you're onto something. I think we should.
Oh God, I was just being sarcastic. I didn't want to start off.
there
How
you
what
go.
you two are
It's not a
wearing?
bad idea.
And
though.
today I'm wearing.
Fashion police. That would we become. I'm wearing sweatshirt from Old Navy, T-shirt from T Fury, jeans from Old Navy.
I love what he's wearing on the last podcast.
I was like that. We're not playing.
Even ordering coffee is difficult with this.
What happens when you order coffee?
No, yes.
It's like
No.
nine apologies before you get your order.
Sorry.
Why?
Sorry. No.
I don't know. I don't
You say sorry because why?
I
socially awkward.
Taking their time. I guess. Yes.
You don't remember him? Do you remember when we were going to the Starbucks drive-through? And he was like he apologized to the girl nine times for nothing.
The reason why I don't remember it clearly like that is that I've been through other drive-throughs with him. and he apologized like crazy.
It's all blurred.
Yeah.
One.
Izzy and I were honking his horn at a drive-through at a McDonald's, like and he went up and apologized. So I'm so sorry. Was it me honking the horn?
They honked your horn.
They took a kind of an umbrella and then back and can just.
I hate. See, I would have been mad.
I was. Dick to us.
For what
trip?
Were you dick?
What did I do?
You did a whole bunch of dick shit. You did a whole bunch of dick shit. Yeah. So we're like fuck this guy.
You know what I hate the most is when someone wants to like they're someone's being an idiot in front of you like maybe not going right away at a stop light or something. And your friend will beep the horn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not right.
Yeah. It's like now I like he's gonna get it. People will stop their car. I've done it. I've stopped my car and got out. Like I'm now it's like I'm like listen. I know you want to fight. But my friend actually beat the horn.
Let me drop him off.
Yeah.
You deal with him.
Now that's I have like you I have to have that conversation. No, wasn't me. It was this guy.
Yeah.
This is the asshole you want to fucking fight.
Yeah, we were in a packed drive through. We sat there for like half an hour. There was tons of cars. And people were giving me the finger and stuff because they thought I was just.
I couldn't stop laughing. I was laughing. I had a bit. I was just laughing so hard because your reaction to it was black.
You forget.
Awesome.
People are crazy, man. You can't be doing that. He does shit to us all the time. He's not trying to get you in fights.
Yeah. He just.
Oh, you've never been to fight club with him.
He's just the Mayce is
no, don't talk.
Douchebag in disguise.
Is it the douchebag?
He's a douchebag in disguise. He does do. Well, I mean, everyone at your is a bit of a douchebag. But he's like
he dresses like a librarian.
It's like you know it's a false advertisement.
Yeah, it is. He looks like a nice.
Yeah.
Wholesome.
Yeah.
He looks. Yeah, that's a great word. He looks wholesome, but then like under the like in that brain there's like a maniacal genius at work.
Yeah, just evil.
Like constantly, like even things. I always assume that like everything he says is some calculated way to fuck me over.
Oh my god, that is fucking.
He's got like charts and stuff at home, and he's just mathematically trying to figure it out.
It's terrible, man.
A dick. This is what our table is. I think you have half of us. You know what? I think you and Pat are the secure ones, and then the rest of us are like fucking fall apart. Because I throw Izzy in there too. I throw you in there.
Mm-hmm.
You mean
like
fall apart when
fall
things
apart mental. Like your mental problems are more rage, where our mental problems are just like, oh fuck, the world's gonna kill me.
Panic and confusion.
Panic, confusion. I don't know how to handle situations. I'm not good with talking to people. Yeah. I was at a party last night, and I get bored of people. What the fuck is wrong with me?
I have the same problem.
I get bored. Like I'm just like I keep up conversations talking to someone just so I don't have to talk about myself.
Yeah.
That's a sickness, and I'm just like,
well, no, I don't.
It wasn't with comics. Comics, I'm fine.
Wait, what do you do? You get bored of talking to people?
Yeah.
And
what are they talking about? Boring shit?
Yeah, boring.
Yeah, well, it's like,
but it's like a lot of people, like most people, I'm like that.
You know what my problem
Except for comics.
Except for you like talking to comics. You like shop talk.
It's not even shop talk. It's like,
well, it's just I think it's kind of getting bored of small talk because with comics there's a tendency to open up more.
Yeah.
And then when you're at just a house party, you're not going to talk about some disease you got on your dick or something like we do.
Yeah.
So it's going to be more boring.
Yeah.
This high school student stopped me in front of Jackson Square. They're filming. They want to ask random people questions for like some school project. It was this girl and some guy, and they're like definitely in high school. Started asking me about fluoride in the water or some poison in the water. I'm like, I don't know a lot about that, but I do know about the fluoride. And apparently, the fluoride is they say that calcifies the pineal gland and blah blah blah. And I'm like, there's other things you can take, like your pineal gland's where your spirit comes from, your soul, and blah blah.
When did they fall asleep?
What?
At what point did they fall asleep in the conversation?
They were like, she was like a little bit like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, and she was like,
did I choose?
So I went on a 2-minute rant about that, like literally, and I'm like, and by the end of it, I could tell she was like, okay.
Yeah, but like she's stupid.
I wasn't even that upset about it.
Yeah, you live in Hamilton. Like I was in the dog park before I got here, without a dog, just by myself. No, so I'm at the dog, and this guy just starts talking about rescue dogs. Just going off on rescue dogs, and he wouldn't stop talking. Nice guy, but that's Hamilton, man. People got to tell you your whole fucking life story here.
Yeah.
I get that too, like living in a small town.
Yeah.
But it's like with that, it's more, I guess, like there was a new diner that opened up like this weekend. So like I went with my parents this morning right before I came here to check it out.
Yeah.
And we literally knew every single person in the restaurant.
Yeah,
so it's like, I guess you know them. So that's
but Hamilton's a small town. It's very community oriented.
Everybody knows
it. Block, but
I mean, compared to yours is literal small town.
Yeah,
Hamilton's like coming from Toronto to here. I'm like, oh, it's such a different mentality.
But you're saying you don't want to hear what they have to say, or you?
Yeah, no problem with that. I'm just saying that woman or the teenager going around asking random people on the streets is like, you got to fucking expect that shit. You're letting people open up. They're gonna tell you everything about their life.
I think I was the first one that was like really fucking getting into it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I really think.
Yeah.
Somehow, like about borders, I was talking about borders. I'm like, I think that I was telling her like, I think this passport should be good for Earth. That
you got into that from?
That was like
3 hours later. She's like, I gotta go home, sir.
Sir, we just asked you to get out of our bushes.
You didn't realize that she had like wipes in that conversation. Like it just wiped to the next time.
I just
like
love the
5
fact
minutes
a bunch
later,
of high school students are gonna watch it and go, "Who the fuck is this?"
Oh, that's
It's
assuming that you're getting into that video.
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm in, dude.
But there was time lapse in that conversation with you for her. Just like 5 minutes passed and just a wipe to another. You're talking about something else. And then suddenly you're like completely.
Like when I get going.
Oh no, never.
It was happening. I was just like fucking, and another thing.
And yelling at her and like pointing in her face as if she said something mean to her.
That's what I was gonna say. Wipe too. You want to suck dicks? You want to go ahead and suck dicks all the time?
I said to her, like, you're telling me I get a passport. You telling me I can't if I want to work in Mexico and I get this.
Did you get this?
What?
Were you that passionate?
Yeah. I was like, you're telling me I can't work in Mexico? If I want to work, I'll work in fucking Mexico.
Did you?
That's what
Okay, I didn't say you can't work in Mexico.
That's what I was gonna say. Did you like do that whole you? To people on the street, it looks like a dad yelling at his daughter.
The camera just slowly.
just like walking away. It looks like a father yelling at his daughter about passports of not getting into Mexico.
Which is a common occurrence on the streets in Hamilton.
Yeah, it's normal. So it's a regular Sunday.
Just a
They
regular
canceled that
Tuesday.
school project.
But
because
why
of you.
can't I? If you get a pass, you're on. It's all about being on the grid. Once you're on the grid, why can't I just go anywhere? If I want to go Afghanistan and sell Starbucks coffees, why not?
Did she keep trying to get it back?
Didn't she come to you with a problem?
She's doing something like
How do
just
you feel
asking
about
random
chocolate
people on the
covered
street.
peanuts? Let me tell you something about them.
Passports.
Yeah. You know what? Is that you actually brought the video in here now? So complaining about it.
Did she keep trying to get it back?
Yeah. I think she's not. Well, I think it's good. Well, I think that's bad.
And they're high school kids. They can't even fathom what you're talking about. They're so out of what you're like high school to you guys, fucking light years.
Yeah.
Just mentally, it's light years. And you guys are younger than us. So like for you to talk all that shit, to her it's like, what the fuck?
What was that?
Yeah.
What was that? Or it's like, oh my god, that guy's a fucking genius.
Either I'm gonna
He's
be
my
a
new
genius or crazy.
Yeah, genius or crazy. He's my new genius. He's my new Jesus.
Yeah.
It's one of the two.
I just want to see. I so would love to watch the high school kids watching it.
Yeah.
If they play any of it.
Oh, they're playing it.
The teacher will probably laugh and like it, and then or if they clip it up so that you look like a crazy.
Like
And then,
that
like-
crazy
like-
guy on the internet.
Yeah, and then they put like animations
on it,
in there
yeah.
where your eyes, boing, like a cartoon eyes, make your eyes googly.
I don't know why I get so upset.
You're passionate. You're Greek,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm an idiot.
I was watching.
You get into it mentally. You like put yourself right
Yeah,
into the
but-
situation.
I feel like I might be able to change this.
yeah, but your dad's like that.
Yeah, he gets overly mad.
Yeah, that's in your blood. I was watching. I walked into the living room and my wife was watching Full House, and Uncle Jesse bought. What's the kid's name? The little girl, the baby.
Tanisha.
Jesse bought Tanisha. But her, like, they're getting her ready for school, and he bought her this. Like, they went to Hell's Little Angels. That was the whole joke. She has like a leather jacket, and she came in on a trike, so she was like a motorcycle guy. And Uncle Jesse was all cool to it, and I was like, "That's Manolis." I was like, "That your Uncle Jesse? Your Uncle Jesse? Yeah, your Uncle Jesse. You totally." I'm like, because I'm like, fucking like, not that he was an idiot. It was just like he was cool. It could be cheesy if he was trying to the way the guy played it. What's his name? That guy plays Uncle Jesse.
John Stamos.
John Stamos. If he played it like if he was cool to the point of cheesy, but he's not cheesy. Does that make sense? So then it becomes cool again.
Right.
It's like, I'm like, that's like I'm getting douche chills from this, but no, it's not. So that's just like that. Yeah.
I had a conversation with my nephew yesterday, and he was like having problems with his. He's like in grade 9. What, 14? Was that 14?
Yeah.
He's like his science teacher gave him a shitty mark because apparently there was like they got the okay for like 2 of them or 4 of them and work on the same project. It's like no, it was supposed to do separately, so he didn't get any marks, and he's complaining about that, and it's like blah blah blah. And then the mom left. It's like, listen, all I'm trying to say is like for him it was the principal. She's just like but she's just being like, and I go like this, I go, a cunt. Like that to him, and he goes, "Yeah, yeah, exactly. She's being a cunt." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, but if she is, what are you going to do? Let's just you're obviously not going to fix it. Let's just get through this and just don't worry about it." And I go, how many more months? I go, how many more months you got with this teacher? And then I think I don't know, high school. I'm thinking like fucking another 4 months or some shit like that. It's like, oh, 2 of the.
And when she's done with her shoes, you just put on your rear mirror. There you go. Stripper shoes. Baby stripper shoes.
Joke about liking younger girls.
Oh,
Like it took a dig at me.
What did he say?
Something like yeah because you like young girls don't you? Yeah. Like this thing. And the mom laughed. I'm like you guys talk about this when I'm not around.
Oh yeah, we do. We think it's a problem. Here's the intervention. Get your dad in here. Manolis, your young girl fetish is affected in the following ways.
I like girls. I think we all like girls at this table.
Yeah, but okay, that one right there on the cover of Hamilton magazine, lady,
Hamilton.
That's a woman.
It just says,
Exactly.
It just says Hamilton.
There's nothing on there.
Yeah, it's blank. What is this? Why don't they put a picture on it?
Nobody knows. Manolis can't see women over 27.
Yeah, once they get 27, they start fading out.
It's like a camouflage.
I'm like, no, you're going.
I just get predator camouflage and it's over.
How old is your girl?
26.
Oh my god.
You got one good more year with her, and then
Yeah.
you won't be able to see her.
Manolis is going to be at the optometrist next year. I'm going to need special glasses because my girlfriend's fading away. I can see right through her.
I have to wear 3D glasses
It's
or something.
convenient because I could see things behind her. But I don't know if this is a good thing. Yeah, special.
What's your joke? I have to use echo location.
To find her. She's a myth. Manolis. Echo. Yeah,
You get when
scream
you get
at
the
her.
echo, you know you're at the vagina. And you're good.
It's got that noise. That sounds like fleshy insides.
So you went shopping. You went to get her
Oh,
clothes.
there's nothing actually happened. It was just every time I went in one of these stores, the girls would come up to me, but like, hey, can I help you find anything? Like, but it was more like,
You getting
What?
something for your daughter?
yeah.
Why you at
It
the
was
Disney
more like,
store?
why is this? But I was like, it was that like, are you sure you want to be in here? Like, I was like,
Excuse me, madam. How much are your princess costumes? I'm buying for my girlfriend.
20 minutes later, he's ranting about the government.
And another thing.
Let me tell you something about the penal gland.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about the
Sir, I only make minimum wage.
I felt like everybody was like it was like, why is it like, why is this homeless man in the store?
Yeah, but you're at the mall. You're at the mall.
I know.
I feel like that every time I go out into places like malls. Like, like I always think, because part of me is also like that racism thing that I have like in my head, and also I'm a homeless looking dude, and I'm like giving money, and I always think, oh, she's not gonna touch my hand. She's gonna grab that money at the farthest corner and like hold it like this, like it's infected.
But we think so highly of ourselves.
Exactly. Exactly.
Really?
But it's only in our heads.
Yeah.
It's not an actual
I know.
thing.
But I don't know. I think there's some truth to that. I
think
feel
with
it.
Some people.
You really have a girlfriend? Really?
Dude.
You really sure you should be in here?
I want
You're going to put this lingerie on yourself, aren't you?
Yeah. No. I watched Revolver on Friday.
Awesome.
And I just like, yeah, most of your enemies are in your head.
Yeah.
Most of the enemies don't exist.
I think
I
do believe that in the bigger picture, but
If you could put that into a fortune cookie, man, you'd make millions.
but like you can tell. But I'm talking about more like reactions of people, the way they're talking to you. Like there is times where it's like you know, like
Yeah, but okay,
you
they're
can feel like okay.
Sorry.
I don't get that.
In a store like that, I don't like you're dealing.
weren't rude,
That's
I
about
just-
money. That's about this guy's not gonna fucking.
Yeah, this guy.
He's not gonna buy
buying shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can tell like. But probably they weren't that far wrong because some of the things I would look, oh, this sweater looks like $70 fucking dollars. Are you fucking kidding me? Who the fuck? Who's paying $70 for a fucking sweater? Like I was like, I'm instantly fucking mad.
Madam, how dare you treat me like a tramp? $70
$70
fucking dollars for a sweater. How much do you think to spend on a sweater?
I would have never bought it. My life.
She's dressing you. The way she wants you to look.
Yeah, but I actually like the way it looks. But I would if I didn't know where and I saw this I'm like I'm buying that fucking sweater.
Yeah.
You fucking Actually, they look pretty good in this thing.
She knows more about it than you do.
Yeah. Well, women are better.
Yeah. There's
a lot of other ways.
No, they're more cunning.
No.
We're better.
Why?
We're logical.
Yeah. I would say that.
I grew up with a house full of women.
They're talking about. I was with her last night. We're in the cab. I was in the front seat with the cab driver. And then her and her friend was just talking about sex. They're drunk and talking about sex and but this being like almost like it was more like a girl conversation that girls would probably be talking in private, not around guys. Right, but they're just drunken in the moment, and it's like, and then the cab driver just looked at me and gave me this look, like, can you believe this is happening? Which was the funniest moment of the fucking thing to me. Yeah, like I didn't even know this guy. It's like, really, dude?
Oh, was he like impressed, or was he like
what? No, not more like. You should talk to these girls.
Keep your daughters in line, sir.
Why are these young girls with you in the first place?
That's another thing.
I would just give you kudos at that point.
Fist bump?
I would give him a fist bump. Yeah.
As a taxi driver?
Yeah, because he has two girls who are talking about sex. I'm driving a stinky cab.
Yeah, but it also could be the conversation and how old the guy is too.
Yeah,
could be. I don't know.
It was a funny moment. Like, it was funny.
I might be overanalyzing.
Have we done a topic yet?
No,
I don't think we've done.
No. Let's ease into this. Gavin, you had a shitty morning.
Yeah, I went through old battles in my head.
Like what kind of old battles?
I can say names on the podcast, right?
If there's incriminating,
you're the only one who would have to deal with the repercussions of it's up to you.
Yeah, you're right. So there's this comic named Boyd Banks. And I've told you about Boyd Banks, right?
I know who he is.
And it was a while ago, a few years ago. But Boyd, I played at Pot Room Clandestiny in Toronto. And Boyd would yell out during my set. And usually I just roll out of it. Like, Thomas, you shouldn't yell. He gave me this like it was like a bitch snide. You know what I mean? Like just like. Just that little.
You think I just curiosity if you ever I thought if you were to talk to him like dude what's your fucking problem man
we used to be cool
but if you say that if you were to say that now do you think they're possibly be like what are you talking about?
Yeah. Maybe. But it's happened so many times.
But like you know what I mean? Like yeah. Happens so many times. Like I mean I don't know. I curiosity. Do you think you're just like there's just you can look at things so many different ways. Or like he could be like. I fuck with Gavin because we're buddies.
No, not the way he did it the last time I saw it, and not the way he did it when not the way he. It's weird to explain like you know when someone's fucking with you.
Was the last time like the first time you were kind of like okay this is for sure
yeah
friends
yeah
maybe you just having a bad day or something.
Could be, but like I wouldn't yell shit out during
Is it
someone's
me?
set.
Like, he just seems like a really fucking mellow guy. Like,
No, he's an asshole.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's an asshole.
All right.
He's an asshole to a lot of people, but he never used to be an asshole to me.
I would say to him the next time you go, like, if you want to clear it up, I'd just be like,
I
hey,
think he's retired. He
he's
stopped doing
retired.
stand-up. I think he moved, so I don't think I'll see him again.
Oh, okay.
You'll see him again.
Maybe.
You'll see him. It's comedy community. No one quits. It's like cigarettes. You can quit. You think you can quit, but you eventually go back.
Yeah, true. But I mean, he wasn't a comic that got work. You know what I mean? He was an open mic guy for years.
Yeah.
Not to knock him, but that's what he did was open mic. I was just going through all these battles in my head, and I was just thinking this is pointless at a certain point. Yeah. And that was my morning. Like there's other comics who have fucking made snide comments to me, and I'm just like.
But I've had a lot of what you're talking about a little bit too. But I have always looked at it like, oh, either you don't like me or you don't like. They don't like the idea that you could. They don't like the fact that you're better than. They don't like the fact that you're better than you. Not that you think you are, but they just don't like the fact.
Well, they see something.
They see something. They don't like. Some comics don't like the idea of like being. Most comics can't handle the idea of being passed.
Yeah. That's what it is.
So maybe that's a possibility. That's not maybe. I'm not saying he is, but maybe like.
Well, they're not attacking me on a personal front. They're attacking me in a stand-up front.
Right.
So they're always going after my stand-up. You know what I mean? Like they're always like, oh, this, whatever. But my point was like I was going through that, dragging that shit up. Why am I living in that? I'm giving that power.
Why are you giving that power then?
Yeah, it was just that morning for this morning. It's just like fuck this shit.
Was it the only thing? Or was that the main thing?
No, it was a few of them, and then I keep digging, and I'm like, oh, they say this about, and I was just like, this is fucking pointless. And I haven't thought about this stuff in so long, so it's like, I don't know. It was just one. I could
spend 10 hours a day easily, like thinking about stuff that you're talking about,
but it's pointless.
It is. That's why I just choose not
pointless.
to. It's just like
it was like I wasn't in control. I was just letting something else drive the car.
What are you doing? It's like just let go. It's like no. Just let Brad Pitt's like let this fucking let go, man. Let go.
Yeah.
Let go. Like he's proving a point is fucking. Let go the steering wheel, and who gives a fuck where goes? Who gives a fuck where the car goes right now? And they let the car crash. They crashed the fucking car, but he purposely lets it's just to me it's like fucking genius. This is saying that's exactly what you're supposed to do right now. Just let it go. Let the universe take you where it's supposed to go, man.
Here's something I find interesting about it. Is like something you would get mad about this stuff like often? Would you ever think about it though consciously?
No, I haven't done it in probably over a year. Since moving to Hamilton.
Yeah,
all that shit is just I've concentrated on focusing on moving ahead, not moving backwards.
When you do get mad about that stuff, have you ever thought to yourself, why am I getting mad about this stuff? Oh, that's what
after. But when I'm in the moment, like I agree with you. I think with in life, letting go is important and not worrying about what you can't control. But this is more of when you fucking just eat and you don't need to eat. Like when you overeat and you're not thinking, you're just shoving things. It's the same. I'm letting the ego take control. The ego wants to complain.
Yeah.
And I'm just letting it take over my mind, and I need to be more in that moment and take control of it.
And I've said this to you and to other comedians, or not comedians, more like people, friends that are at this table. Well, I don't understand. What I always say, I've said this to you, Andre, I'm so amazed how someone that's so fucking talented as a comedian would be worried about these things that you talk about sometimes, like what you're talking about now. The fact that you're so you're just literally one of the best comedians I know.
Oh, thank you. That's
on
nice.
planet Earth. I'm kind of, but that's what I'm thrown off by. How is someone that's so talented? Why would they even worry about?
Yeah, but that's also what makes it work. You know what I mean? That's how it works.
I said this to you, and I've said it before. That's the thing that we all have. We all have that thing where there's this thing. There's a person in our head talking to us, telling us that we're shit, and that we aren't worth it. and I feel like
Nick,
that's actually
my dad's in your head too.
It's actually your dad in all of our heads.
yeah, it sucks. But like that's a really, I think, not necessarily unique, but the way we deal with it, like going on stage or whatever, is different than other people how they deal with it. And I think because when we're dealing with it, we're also confronting the very people that we think are saying those things. So it
but those people have moved on with their life. You know what I mean? Like, because they're like, I've had comics say to me, like, "Oh, riffing's not whatever," and you've heard me talk about Mayce, but it's all that's their own fucking shit. It's not me. They're just
riffing's not what?
Riffing's like basically riffing's not really doing stand up or whatever. Like,
but they're saying it's cheating?
It's easy. Yeah, anyone can do it. But it's their shit that they're vomiting.
But
it's not about
was
me.
Like the Florida comedy scene in the 80s, like almost exclusively riffing? Like, didn't all the Florida comics... There was like a whole fucking generation of comics who like riffed like all the time. So how can you say riffing's
but
not...
that's what you say when you say... Basically,
when you feel threatened.
But this is what you say instead. Like, that's really want to say is like, I'm not good at riffing.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like... And it's not about me being whatever. It's just... They're going to say that to anybody, like, oh, this is the problem with your thing. This is the problem with what you do. But it's about them. It's not about me.
I heard a cool quote once. They said if somebody, like, tells you that they don't like something that you do, you can trust them. But if somebody tells you why they don't like what you do, you can't.
Yeah.
Like,
That's great.
Yeah, so maybe...
That's personal.
Yeah.
Unless it's a girl, and if they tell you they don't like you, what you do, or you're not that funny, usually it means they want to fuck you.
You're not funny.
You're funny. You're not like. You're not. I had a couple. Well, you're not funny. I don't. Do you think you're funny? I like first. She's like, do you think you're funny? Because she realized she saw me do stand up. I'm like, nope. I don't think I'm funny at all. Because I don't think you're funny. I just said that. I disagreed with you.
So that means she wants to fuck you.
She wants something for some reason. She wants. She doesn't like. She wants to trying to knock me down a notch for some reason. But she's looking
for you to prove. Like, she
she
feels that way
a
about
lot
you,
of
but she
girls
wants you
wanna
to knock
fuck
it down. She wants to knock your image
Including
of
your
her,
mom.
her image of you down.
right.
I also think like when someone has to attack you out of the blue, it's their shit. They have
I'm
some
like,
sort
okay,
of
you got a
fucking
lot of
deep-
fucking problems.
Yeah,
lady.
that's some
I'm a
deep-seated shit.
I'm a stranger. I've never talked to you in my life.
Why do you need to hurt me?
Why do you need to?
wouldn't
If I met fucking Sting, I wouldn't say, dude, I think you're a fucking idiot, and I hate your sweaters.
Yeah, I wouldn't listen to your stuff, and I hate.
I get it. You like yoga. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. You know what I mean? There's no point. Like that doesn't help.
But I would, like I say it now. But if I met Sting, I'd be like, oh, how you doing, dude?
Yeah.
You know, I'd be like, I don't want him. I don't want to make
But Sting's
Sting
not gonna
cry.
go, you know what, Manolis, you're right. I shouldn't wear these sweaters. He's not gonna do that.
Yeah, he's not going to stop
He's
wearing.
not gonna give a fuck.
If I told Sting not to wear sweaters, I think he would listen to me. Next thing you know, Sting's just wearing Western shirts and talking about the pineal gland.
He's got some enlightenment, some Manolis enlightenment.
I get it, dude. I fucking get it.
That was my morning. That was my bullshit.
Yeah, I think it doesn't help too, because if you have, there is always a little bit of that. That's true. There's always going to be like that guy, like you were just describing, where he probably does have some sort of issue, but he has to be looked at on his own as just possibly being an asshole, and then everything else is shielded from whatever crap that guy's doing.
I'm learning to rewrite the story because I like for most of my life I've written the story of I'm shit, right? Like it's just I'm shit, or people don't like me because of this or whatever. Like I won't get booked on a show because of this. Now I'm rewriting it to the other side because what's the point? Either one's real. In my head, I'm too good to be booked on that show. Yeah. It's just like, okay, I'll go with that story.
Yeah, and that could be the case.
Yeah, it's easier to move on with my life.
Yeah.
It's easier to go, okay, I'm fine.
That's good, man.
I did
sad
Buddhism for a couple of years, and there was this. They always had like these little things to help you get through like ego and things like that. And the monk or whatever, he had this. I won't be able to phrase it properly, but it was something about your light is on regardless of anyone else's light is on or off, right? So sense. If you can't, your light doesn't depend on other people's lights. It's gotta, you gotta focus on how you feel about yourself, I guess is the.
It's all fucked
premise.
up, isn't it?
I can tell you, man. I go through that stuff too. I don't go into it too much, but I feel
the only people you should really care about are people that care about you.
Yeah, that's right. But like, it's just. You lapse into those moments. That's my thing. It's just like, and then like my wife just kind of like, all right, I heard this shit enough. I used to do a joke. I've told that joke, but like, she's just sitting there. All right, okay, fine. She's not being an asshole, but it's like, dude, what am I going to contribute to this?
Yeah,
this is like, what you're complaining about shit that you already complained about.
I think it's safe to say with you and me, I've had a lot of conversations with you about this stuff.
Yeah, that's just how I work, and I got to learn to
change it.
Yeah,
I guess, but
once you know that it works that way, like once I know that it works, it's not like I'm fucking oblivious to the whole thing.
Would you say you have morning depression or just depression?
Probably morning depression. I probably have to work out more. That's for sure.
I definitely know I have morning depression.
Yeah.
I have some types of I can easily get bummed out easy enough too, but I find the morning is where I'm at my worst. And whether I take a shower or fucking pull one off and jizz my fucking nuts out of my fucking cock, or do some cardio,
or go outside, like
just start once you start to shake off the cobwebs. I'm fine. I'm fine, but I'm like if I have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning or just early in any sense of and I'm instantly like, what's the point?
Do you guys deal with that? I know you do.
Yeah. I fight it off with Adderall, basically, but just because there's something about Adderall that keeps your... Like, I do have actual attention deficit disorder, but I don't have, like, the one where you can't stop moving. It's more of a... They call it predominantly inattentive, and it just... Your brain chemicals just move slower, so everything drags. So you can easily get lost in your own thoughts and start going to a well of depression, all that stuff. So by taking it, just puts it back on...
Is that based on your intelligence, like being an analytical person or something, where you're just like, because your stuff is all about taking apart, putting together.
Yeah.
So you look on levels.
I overanalyze everything. Like my wife will give me shit all the time, but like you're looking into this too much. It's not that big of a deal, and I'm like, I really feel like it is though, and like because I have all these little maybe inconsequential things where I'm like they all tie together, and
because you can find clues that are not there, but they can. That's what I said. The reality is whatever you make it. Because there's no reality. It's just so you can. If you're looking at, I don't know, say someone says something a weird way to you, you can make that into something.
Yeah, well,
but it's not.
The way I found it that really helped was that I acknowledge that my brain is made from chemicals, and this is just the chemicals in my brain fucking me over right now, and I'm aware of that. I don't give a shit, and that flips it.
Your ego loves it too, right?
Yeah,
ego loves that. Like, oh, let's do this. Oh,
ego wants to be in a miserable place.
Yeah,
ego wants revenge.
Your ego is almost like fucking schizophrenic, fucking shit going like. Don't trust them. They're trying to fuck you. They're trying to it's like paranoia shit.
Well, I was exactly. I was coming home last night and from this party, and I'm like, I should get some chips. I'm like, I'm not hungry, and I don't need to reward myself because I'm coming home from a party. Like I'll reward myself coming home from a gig or something. You did a good job. Go get some chips or go get a beer. Yeah. I'm like, why? This fucking ego is telling me to get fucking chips that I don't want. I don't want chips. The ego wants the chips. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I know it sounds.
My ego has a cholesterol problem.
Not me. I'm healthy as shit.
Yeah. Go to the doctor. No, I'm fine. It's ego. Not me.
I do the same thing. After gigs or something, any excuse. Like last night, we were playing Settlers of Catan, and it's just like, you know what? I'm home. We're playing a board game with my sister. Let's get a pizza.
Yeah. I don't know if that's always the case, but I know in that moment it was like, that's not me. I don't need this. And it's just and that's what I'm talking about in the morning. It's like, this is not me. I'm not in control of it. If I let go, just fucking let the car drive. Like,
well, that's why what you're talking about is the reason what keeps me off of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Because because I actually have that conversation with myself. I'm like, oh, you want a cigarette? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. But it's a real conversation.
Yeah, I have it.
That's a real fucking conversation.
Because I don't want a cigarette to reward myself. I want a cigarette because I feel sorry for myself. I don't like where my life is.
It's the misery that it's just like, let's be miserable.
Yeah.
Let's destroy this whole fucking thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you want me to feel sorry for? You want me to feel sorry just because I don't have everything I want? Or I don't want to. I'm not where I want to be. I'll tell you what else I'm going to do. And I'm not going to have a cigarette. And I'm not going to enjoy myself and feel sorry for myself in this moment. To go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
That's my way of saying to the universe, go fuck yourself.
See.
And I'm not. I'm going to be miserable and not have a cigarette. Because that cigarette does make me feel better.
Does Pat deal with this stuff? You know Pat better than any of us.
Yeah, I mean, I think Pat. Yeah, I would say Pat deals with all this stuff.
He's a shell.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I think Pat deals with. I think he told me like his depression problems he had anger problems. I think before he started doing stand up, and I think it all kind of got away from him once he started doing stand up. He said he became less angry.
Yeah.
When he started doing stand up. I've installed a lot of information in his brain in like the short time of when we started hanging out. So I think he's better off in a weird way, somewhat. I think he like falls into that category. Sometimes like he might go, "What would Manolis do right now?"
Yeah,
and that helps him get through certain things.
And he starts yelling in the baby gap.
About princess dresses. You call this a tiara? Fuck all of you. I got a woman at home. Do you deal with this kind of stuff too?
Like depression?
Well, depression. I like to think of it more of ego, like you were saying with the pizza. That's what I think it. I would think of it more.
Yeah. I think
you just like.
I'm not the same as everybody else. Like I just have the same problems as you guys.
Yeah.
I'm like very normal person.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. I'm probably not, but I'm like. Yeah, I've no like control over my ego or anything like that.
Yeah, I just mean like I'm wondering if this is a comic thing or a regular person thing.
Yeah,
it probably is a regular person thing.
I would bet that it's heightened for comedians a little bit, just because we tend to spend a lot of time in our heads, anyways.
Yeah,
analyzing things for the fun of it.
Yeah,
but also there's a negative side to that too.
Yeah.
This general public and like comedians are just a different breed. I know there's like the general public's just the general public. Like, I envy someone that can fucking like. No, I'm not saying everybody that say works at Ford. Well, actually, like I'm sure probably half of them don't want to be there, if not more. But there are people that I actually like working at Ford and just coming home and like playing with my kids and watching TV for 2 hours.
That part.
What?
I got to get a job. I'll work at Ford. Pays good. I like coming home to my kids and like my house and shit like that. I think they like that part.
They like that part.
They do the Ford stuff to do the other part.
Yeah, I agree with that too. But like, I mean,
they like that life.
Yeah,
they like that life in general. Like, and like it's just like I like the idea is like I like doing stand up for fun, but I also need to do stand up. But like we're all willing to throw. Like I told you, my nephew. So my brother said to my 12-year-old nephew at the time, he goes like, I'm in the park playing with him, and my other nephew's just on the swings or some shit, and he goes, my brother says you're wasting your life. No, my brother says you're throwing your life away.
Your life?
My life. My brother. I'm sorry. My dad said, he goes, my dad, he goes, my dad says that you're throwing your life away.
Does he know that you already threw it away?
I said to him, your dad is right. That's what I said to him.
Really?
You didn't throw your life.
No, but I don't want to. I'd be like, fuck it. I don't want him. He doesn't know. My brother doesn't know that he's repeating stuff that he's saying. Like his son's, he doesn't know. He's like, by the way, don't say this to your Uncle Manoli.
Yeah. But that's conflicting for your nephew. But I love my uncle.
Yeah. Whatever. That's not my problem. I wasn't gonna fucking don't tell him your dad's your dad's a fucking dick. I'm like this, like no, whatever.
Did you guys talk more about it?
I think he's 14 now. He saw me doing stand up for the first time. I think he's pretty impressed.
Yeah. So he's smart enough to realize that it's a conscious decision. You're not throwing it away.
I was talking to I was talking to a friend last night who he was telling me how he sold a lot of his rare toys and comic book stuff to make films. And he joked about it was like he wasted his money. I wasted all of it. I'm like, that wasn't a waste. That was amazing. That you could take that and turn that into your dream.
Right.
That's not a waste at all. That's because he made it sound like it was like, I wasted it. I'm like, no, that was worth it. Those things were worth it. That was worth all of what you did was worth it. I don't think that if you're doing what you want to do, you're not wasting anything.
I agree. My point, this is what the point is like, I'm more impressed with the fact that some people are content with the idea of being in the audience and watching. Like they're like, I can watch and enjoy this. I don't need to be where you are.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied. I'm still happy and satisfied with my life, and not have to be the center of attention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to me, they're the stronger person.
Yeah,
not really.
In a way.
I feel
they're a different person. I don't know if they're the stronger person.
Well, you
have something to express. Everyone has to express some shit.
Right.
Think about how fucking cooped up those people. If you're the, and I'm not, this is generalizing, but if you're that person in the audience that does nothing has no outlet, how fucked up are you?
Eventually.
We're here to create.
I think the admirable quality is that they can just go through life experiencing life and not being worried about getting anything back from it, like having people think a certain way about them.
What do you mean?
Like they don't need the attention.
But I don't think who's here is doing this for attention.
Well, exactly, and that's the thing.
Not that we are,
except for you.
We can have that same quality, and we should try.
But we experience more.
Yes,
because we're taking it in, putting it through our filter, and spitting it back out.
Yeah.
So we're hyper aware of shit around us.
Which I agree.
Honest though, like I think I do this stuff for attention.
Okay.
Like
you better get the fuck out of here.
There is like a part of me that like I think like growing up like you know being like a fat kid or whatever.
Yeah.
Not getting attention from girls, not being like cool or not like winning at sports or anything like that. And this is like awkward to admit, but like I don't like that part of it. But
what are
I
you,
think
like,
there
21?
is 22. But I think there is like a part of it that like I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't want some sort of
equivalent of getting yourself frosted tips again.
Yeah.
He doesn't like frosted tips.
Frosted tips with that curly hat.
Yeah, but I mean, like there is
Yeah.
Awesome.
I lost a bet. I had to get frosted tips once. But there is a part of me that is like, probably doing it.
When I was starting out, it was a lot of attention. A lot of my stuff was like this class clown attention bullshit. But then you get to a certain age, like for me, I can't speak for everyone. It's terrible, but I got to a certain age where it's like it's all pointless.
Yeah.
And I just switched to I'm doing this for myself.
Yeah.
It was myself, but it was also attention. That's why you get caught up in the I gotta get the Just for Laughs, I gotta do this, I gotta do blah blah blah, because it's not doing the stand up, it's doing Just for Laughs.
But I don't give a shit about that sort of stuff. It was like I was pretty satisfied just like where I was at with it, like being able to go into a room and the fact that anybody would want to would sit there quietly and listen to what I was saying.
Yeah, but if you want it, I agree with you. If you want attention, once you get a taste of Just for Laughs, and you go, oh, the attention's even bigger.
I think I'm just so like I have such like low expectations or low standards that for me the 5 people at a shitty open mic was my Just for Laughs. Like I just didn't care really. It was like that to me was like cool to just be there and then like people actually like listening to what you're saying.
But is there something wrong with that?
Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think
that's
so.
kind of what I get out of it too. Like I don't care about taking things. So I just like something came out of my mouth and then somebody laughed. And it was that part of it. I just love that.
Yeah,
I get
that's
the same
drug.
Yeah. I get the same feeling even if I'm like just like hanging out with like a group of family or something and I make a joke and people laugh. Like I kind of get the same feeling.
Okay.
I don't know if there's something wrong with it as long as you can be self-aware and mediate it and not let it take control and have the need for the attention to control your actions. If you're like, if you recognize that for yourself it's something that you like and getting a little bit of it now and then is fun for you, then great. But
it's the monster. It's the monster that some people become.
Well, it goes right back to the ego.
Yeah.
Like, can you do it and not be like, get off stage and like want to be praised?
Yeah. Just get off and enjoy what it was.
That's thank you. But
you're also both of you are also the type of people that can go like. There's I know the guys that you like the type of person you're talking about with you, but I mean like where they're just attention and it's like they're competing with everyone in their heads. Mm-hmm. You're not those kind of guys.
Yeah, I mean it's not like purely for attention, but I think there was probably an element, at least like getting into it.
I think so. I think there's an element always is like I like the attention. I think there's always that element, but there's that element. There's those people that it's all that, and it's just. Those guys are competing with everyone. Like, no matter how different you are to me, if I just want attention, you're in my way. Mm-hmm. Because it's just, I need more and more.
I think it starts,
I need the best. I think I need to be the best every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, I don't feel like, I see what you're saying. I don't think I know if I feel I'm not competitive, really.
It's not even competition. It's a drug. It's a monster. And I think having people laugh and you makes you feel good, you're both feeling good in the moment. There's nothing wrong with that because you're not. It's not. I think what I'm talking about is people who are like, they don't give a fuck about the person in front of them. They don't give a fuck about the audience. It could be anybody. I just need more of it and more of it and more of it and bigger and bigger and bigger. Snowball. Yeah. So I don't think having that getting
well, that's like addiction at that point. Yeah. It's like you need a bigger dose.
Don't even
to
care
feel the same way.
I don't care who's watching. I don't care if these people because they're just something I need. Like I feel it now when I'm working on sets. Yeah, I don't care. Like at Yucks or anywhere in the last couple weeks, I don't care about the audience, and I'm like, I got to get out of this mentality. Only because I'm using them to work on a set. So I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And when I don't care, it's the worst time I have.
Yeah, because I guess it's good to like look at like they're like your customers, kind of,
or even their friends.
Yeah. But when you think about the bigger picture, trying to get these bigger things and work on these sets, that's where it's like to me is interesting, because you remind yourself. I like doing stand up because it's fun. I still want to do it because it's fun. And my purpose is not going to be like I'm doing because I want to do just for laughs. I'm not saying I don't. Of course I do. But at the end of the day, I look at them as anybody. I look at, let's say, being on Letterman or being on any show where it's like I can do my stand up. I don't need you. Well, you need me. I don't need you. I do. I'm good. I'm happy.
No, it's not. For me, it's not. When I'm working on the set, it's not a matter of I need something. It's that I need to put this together to go other places.
Yeah, but like
for other places.
You want those things anyways. But I'm saying.
But I'm not doing it because I need that, or I need them to prove that I'm better.
But I'm just saying the bigger picture. What I'm trying. My point is they need you.
Yeah.
If they want to make a mistake and not use you. I'm completely fine with them making mistakes.
Well, that's fine, but like at the same time, there are like the reality of it. There's rules that you have to go by. You know what I mean? And having a 7-minute clean set, not when I mean clean without fucking that can be television friendly.
Right.
It's one of those fucking things.
Yeah.
And so
I hear you.
I'm like, I gotta go. When I work out on a set, I'm like, all right, that's what I'm working on to get that thing, so I can go. And I'm not like, I don't know what I'm doing tonight. I just but I can get caught up in that too much,
right?
Where that becomes the fucking business side of it, and it's too fucking much. And I do that when I live in a city for too long. I start treating them like a fucking gym. Like I don't give a fuck about you,
right?
And I need to dial it back to I gotta have fun again. I gotta not worry about hitting all these jokes.
If you use it like comparison, if you want to dare to call it this an art. Like, why does an artist paint? And if you could use that kind of analogy, maybe that some of that is those venues and those opportunities are canvas.
Yeah,
and they have the keys to the canvas. You can't just go and have.
You can't just go in a fucking set.
Yeah.
And which is the hard.
You can do that set. Yeah, you can, but you can also have fun while you're doing it.
Yeah. No. That's. I agree with you 100%. And that's what I. That's one of the. That's the journey. That's the learning thing. I got to learn how to do that. And we also have like you playing this in the same fucking rooms every week. You get like what the fuck?
Do you think it then is worth it to pursue goals in comedy?
It helps me so much.
Yeah. But what about that? What about when you fall into just focusing too much on using every step rather than just being in it.
That's a good question. I have to be. It's like driving the car again. I gotta be conscious. What's happening. Like after every set, I'll walk out like yeah. But then I go, oh, you know what was good about that set. Because there's never a bad set. There's shit in sets. I find with that I always like having a goal and like just getting to them. And I just finished a goal. Like I got my set on tape. Yeah. And I sent it off to a bunch of bookers and everything. And now I'm at this point where I'm like, I'm frustrated because I don't know what to do anymore. I got to set a new goal. But it's getting caught up in playing Kaylee House every Monday and going, all right, this is shit. So let me just turn around and make this. Okay, I'm going to work on this joke, and this joke.
Yeah.
And then those people mean nothing to me when they're talking and shit. Fuck you.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Uh-huh. But at the same time, it's right and it's wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a weird.
Yeah.
Do you set goals? Like, do you have like a goal in comedy that you're working towards, or?
I guess my goal, like, because I've tried to get a lot of things and I never got any feedback, and it's like where it's like, oh, if you do this, well, whatever. It's like I've tried to get Just for Laughs and other things, and but I think that I like the idea. I honestly, from what I like the idea of just getting better and better and having more and more stuff, and all of a sudden, like something does come together. It's like, can you do this? I'm like, yeah, I got 3 hours, dude.
Yeah,
I can do that.
Yeah,
you know, like I like the idea of trying to get to the point. I don't see myself getting old.
Yeah,
I don't feel old.
I don't either. I don't think you've aged a day since I met you.
I'm not worried. I'm a fucking dude. I'm gonna keep being a dude.
Yeah,
that's all I ever known what to be. And I look at myself as like, to me, and let's be realistic. Like, Just for Laughs would be great to get for anybody, but I don't think it's a fucking. That, to me, is the end goal. I like the idea of getting bigger than Just for Laughs, and that's probably that is my goal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is my goal, to get bigger than them where they need me. I believe that. I don't need them. I'm good at this. I've been good at this for a long time. I've been getting at this all over the fucking world. Yeah. I don't need you, dude.
Yeah.
You need me. You want to use me? I'll fucking make them laugh too. Yeah. Fine. You want to give me that gig? I'll make them laugh. But you want to be like, I don't know.
But I don't think Just for Laughs is a goal.
Well, I'm just saying in general, it is a goal.
It'd be like a useful tool.
Yeah, it's a useful
tool.
To
get something bigger. But I think there's so many other things like Just for Laughs and in other ways. You know how it is. I know everybody on almost every TV show. I know one person almost on every TV show in fucking Canada.
Yeah, but here's like one of my goals is I want to do a Conan set. That's one of my goals. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I just know I got to study it, build it, take my voice and make it fit in that format. Figure that out. How to do a TV set. It's one of the things that they don't teach you here in this country. We never learn how to showcase. And that's how we get jobs. It's our audition. And I'm just like, the Conan set isn't the end goal. The Conan set's like, if I get that, I can tour the fucking States. I got this fucking tape from Conan. I can do other clubs. If I can get this,
eventually,
I can get bigger things. I can get
eventually, it's a step.
You get a Conan set, it's like doors are opened. You got an agent, manager, whatever. And I'm not saying that this is the end all be all or this is the only path. I'm just saying it's a good muscle to learn how to write each Conan is different than Jimmy Kimmel, which is different than like all the sets, the pattern, the pacing. It's all different in all these shows.
Right.
Well, I just saw DJ Demers or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
You're easily better than him.
Yeah, but it's not better. It's not about better. It's not about better. It's about what fits. Yeah. And Conan picks your different, like you have a great different story. We all have great different stories. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what Conan picks is like he's looking for something
different.
Yeah, he's looking for a unique story out of your stand-up. So it's just going, okay, I got these jokes, and how do I put them together so they tell the story perfect? I've seen guys not do great, slow or whatever, but it's how do I tell this story of my stand-up in that 7 minutes? It's like the trailer to your movie.
Right.
And it's just, I need to learn how to write
my
trailer.
It's hard to do 7 too.
Shit. But once you write that, like, it's not just about killing, it's just like, oh, I get who this guy is, or I understand he's telling me something I don't know.
It's like this podcast, sometimes we don't get to a topic until like 30 minutes in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not hard for me to. I could go on stage anytime and do 45 minutes without even thinking.
That's crazy to me.
That's why
I believe it. I know that it's.
That's why I love.
You could do it. You could do it. You could do, but I could see you doing these 35 easy.
But that's what I love to do is the headline long set, and I love it. But that's easy for me. Like riffing is easy for me, so it's like let me discipline myself in what's hard. Let me go and figure out how to work out the hard, so I can do longer easy. Because the long part is what I love.
You love it long and hard.
I love it long and hard. Yeah, and quick.
Until you come.
And fast. All over my face.
Then you wait 30 minutes to get another 7.
Yeah. I need some oysters, so it's 15.
Get a Gatorade and you're fucking laughing.
Oh, now it sounds like dick. It's not even a metaphor anymore. It's actual dick. But that's what I'm saying. It's just like, while I'm in here, let me learn the other muscle. That's all I'm saying. Let me learn what, like, Letterman wants a different set than this. Like, it's just let me learn this fucking muscle. And if I focus on, like,
technically the cock isn't a muscle. I just wanted to clear that up for you.
If I learn this veiny, meaty monster, I can. If I visualize myself working at a Conan, I'll get a Conan. I know I'll get a Conan.
I think you'll get a Conan.
Oh, I know I will. Yeah. If I visualize it, I'll get it.
You can do it, man.
Yeah. But I don't know how to get it. I just know. I only have the tools that I have right now.
Just call them.
Hey, Conan, what's
my dad told me.
Yeah.
Send the letter?
My dad told me to just call Dave.
Hey, Dave, how you doing?
Mr. Letterman?
I want you to talk to my friend who, he makes suits.
I remember when I was registering this business, I was looking through the directory, and there was like 57,000 businesses registered in Hamilton. Yeah. And I'm like, all of these people can't be geniuses. This can't be that hard. So that's actually what got me over the fear to start this company is that thought. And I feel like what you're explaining, that's basically the same thing.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
It's not.
A lot of shitty comedians are getting good things.
Yeah, it is. Exactly. So why don't you?
So why can't the good ones get it too?
Good ones get something. Yeah. And it's just like, okay, they figured out the format, or they know how to schmooze better, or they know how to. Yeah. It's like, all right, let me learn that fucking side.
Yeah,
of it
how about just being funny?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
I didn't like talking to him though.
But wait a second. You do a Conan set, and you're funny on top of that fucking thing, on top of knowing how to fucking put that set together.
Right.
Killer, man. It's killer. Yeah. Then you're not just getting the Conan set. People will see it and go, "Oh, that guy's fucking good."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Even though you're good the whole time.
But yeah.
Well, there's the other part where I always find interesting too. Is like it's like letting it pull you into a bad place. It's like people might say like, "Oh man, you're so fucking funny. Oh my god, you're so fucking funny." You hear it, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm so fucking funny. Why am I not farther then? Why don't I have Conan? Why don't I have this if I'm so fucking great?"
Dude, I was more famous in this country, and I'll use the word famous. I had people emailing me at least 5 times a week all over the country to go do shows before I did a regular television series. I got on a regular television series, fucking died right off. But before that, when my first comedy now, it was killer. It was awesome.
Right.
But there was no internet. There was no but there was internet. There was no Facebook. There was no Twitter. There was none of that.
Right.
And then there was no YouTube. And then I got on Comedy Inc. And that's just all. I made more money. When nobody knew who I was, I made more fucking money.
Right.
Unfunny show. That's depressing. That's depressing.
I get a lot of times like, I really like what you do. I love your work. I'll just random people all the time, and I'm very happy to hear it. But there's that's the danger, like if letting yourself go. Well, I'm so fucking great. Why am I still slugging it out at fucking Cayley House?
Yeah, but you think like it can get to your head, and then like.
Well, you can let it get to your head. That's where I'm always like, fuck that, man.
That's why goals are important to me.
See, goals are important for me. I always related back to happiness.
If I could say any book any comedian should read, it's that book, The Tipping Point, because it talks about this. How there's like you might be making up the 90%, but you might not be doing the 10% that some other person just instinctively does.
Everything comes together.
Yeah, it's just this whole snowball process. Where
it's just the one thing that like
I believe in that, and I'm okay if it never gets bigger than I want it to be. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that too. I'm my goal. I think maybe my main goal now that I'm thinking about it is actually to maintain joy and happiness.
That's a great goal.
That is a great goal.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's I like the idea of how I want to be as happy as I am now. And if I was like the most famous comedian in the world, I like the idea of those two scenarios. I'm still just as happy. It'd be the same level of happiness. Yeah. I think it's possible.
You can set different goals. Like I'm
not saying like I'm not. That's the only goal. I'm not saying I'm not going to fucking
what
try.
I mean is like that's a personal goal, and then like a career
it's all
goal.
poise. I'm just saying it's all poise. I'm not saying having a career goal is a bad thing or to do. I'm saying try to get on Conan. Try to do all these things. But in the meantime, as I'm trying to get all these things that I want to get, that I am going to maintain and my happiness and enjoy life and not let it turn into poison and pull me into a place. I just want to tell jokes, get laid once in a while, fucking get drunk, maybe pop a perk once in a while, whatever. Yeah. I just want to
have a good time.
The idea is how many years? I'm 44 years old. I'm lucky if I have 20 more years. Maybe I have another 40. But it's like, get RSPs? Fuck RSPs. What the fuck are we doing? Like we're dead. Listen, we're all dead. We're all dead, dude. Everybody's in this table. No matter what we do, we're all going to die. So from here to the point where we're dead, I am going to at least not be unhappy.
No, I agree. But sometimes, being unhappy means
so. Don't let it all. Yeah, don't let it Don't not do the things you want to do. Just don't let it trick you. Yeah. Don't let it pull you. Whether it's your ego or just life. Just jizz your balls and fucking have fun.
Going back to that thing you were talking about earlier, where you went over every detail of unloading your sack, but then just brushed over cardio. You did I get on the cardio machine and I work my legs and everything. But when you're talking about jerking off, you're like, I pull my dick out and I jerk it off and then I drain my balls and all this.
That is his cardio.
Yeah, it is a form of cardio.
Yeah,
is it?
That was actually happening on the treadmill.
Yeah. Get on the treadmill, and then he came all over the machinery. It's from a speech.
Do we fix this?
I don't think anything was broken.
Exactly. See,
I was just saying how I have goals, and sometimes I treat this place like a gym. But sometimes it's just like you got to walk away from it for a couple weeks,
right? Or
a week or whatever. You just got to. It's just the scene that we have. Like if we were in New York, it'd be like fucking 3 shows a night, 4 shows a night. They're just fucking hitting it all the time. You can build a set. You can build a bit in a night. We don't have that. So sometimes you go down to a room and you're like, okay, this is the one room I have for a couple of days. And then they're just, blah, 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 and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, dude, I just wanted to.
I can't do that. That last Thursday, we were at the station house, and I walked off. They had some.
Well, he had 3 drunk hecklers.
But I was like, I wasn't in the mentality of let me deal with hecklers. I want to fucking do a show. Mm-hmm. I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah.
Well, let's go to a more cheerful subject. So, Gavin, you want to kill your dog?
I don't know if she might be ready to go. I just don't know how to talk to my wife about
Tilly,
it.
right?
Yeah, Tilly.
Have you tried to talk to her before about it?
Yeah, we talked about it, but then that got put off because we both, it's a dog, and I'm a pussy. And
to set it up, Tilly is basically Joe Swanson from Family Guy. At this point,
I don't know that reference. I haven't watched Family Guy in a long time.
The guy without functioning legs.
Yeah, he's pretty
huge upper body and head.
She's all front. She's got a nose problem because I don't know. It's just
what is that thing?
I don't know. It's a lot of coke. She had an operation when she was
huge
a puppy
party girl,
so she could breathe better. So it could be. I don't know.
Well, that's her type of breed, right?
Yeah. When they get to 6, they just start falling apart.
Yeah, exactly.
She's a French bulldog.
How old is she now?
She's
22
or 12.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, so she's an old dog.
That's even like a good long life for a dog.
And she's got a lot of energy too. Straight.
Whether it's a girl, guy, dog, it's gay.
You're getting gay.
Barks her head off and chases you, even though she only has two functioning legs. That's what I was just trying to say. She has a lot of energy.
But she doesn't do too much.
Stop.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Whatever. If this is court, dude, you'd be convicted of fucking dogs. Buddy. You go to dog fucking court.
So
I just don't know how to how do I say to my, hey, you know what? We need to go off this dog.
Well, eventually, let's be realistic. Technically, you don't have to do anything. Eventually, the dog will just die.
That's yeah.
Will it
She's a
not?
good dog. She's a great dog.
Will it not eventually?
Of course, everything dies.
No, but it's like you're gonna have to put it to sleep. You're saying eventually.
Yeah.
But if let's say if it doesn't, so there's still no problem.
Yeah. I thought about doing like my dad did. He just one day my dog was gone and came home.
Oh fuck you!
Good luck. I can't do that.
Like your dad killed the dog himself?
No. He just took the dog into the vet, the pound or whatever, the vet, and then it was just like, what happened then? Oh, and then I was fucking crying. I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Well, do you think she's suffering?
No, I don't think she's suffering right now.
So maybe let her live a little.
Yeah.
What does your wife think about it?
Well, we went through this at the end of the summer. And she was fucking depressed. It was a lot to deal with. I think also that I don't want to deal with that either.
Your wife or the dog?
My wife.
Okay.
She was depressed.
What happened to Tilly's legs?
I don't know. We don't know exactly. We never really got it.
She owed a mobster money, didn't she?
She owed a mob. She had a lot of loans.
Yeah.
She had a lot of loans, some coke.
The coke
problems.
really made her entire life go downhill.
She bought 2 keys and couldn't sell it at the price and then they, 2 keys. What is this? The 80s? This is Miami Vice. We need 2 keys of coke. You belong to. She's got on her. I think it might be a pinched nerve or something else. I don't know. But those dogs are that's what happens to them.
Right.
Yeah.
That is a tough conversation to have.
It is a tough conversation.
Do you think the dog's there though? Do you think realistically, if there was no emotions involved, they'd be putting to sleep right now?
I don't know. That's because how can I say no emotions?
I'm not talking about you. You're more I'm not talking about her. About if your wife was involved and it was just
probably
you'd put to sleep because you would put it to sleep.
Yeah, probably, but that's
so let's kill this fucking dog.
Well, it's not that simple. It's not like a T-shirt.
You can't just put it in a cannon and shoot it 40 yards.
No, I can't. Sorry, we don't. What kind of cannon? What kind of cannon do you get?
I got a potato gun.
That doesn't even fit.
You ever see that? You ever see that?
You can shoot the potatoes at the dog.
Okay.
Those Survivor shows or whatever those reality shows. There's one. It's on the internet where the chick's pulling a slingshot, but it's a huge one, and they have a watermelon in it.
Yeah.
You see that one?
Yeah.
Shoots it, and it goes. You think it's just gonna go for a mile, but it gets stuck in the pouch, and it comes back.
And it hits her in the face.
Yeah, and it smashes right in her face.
Oh.
But when you watch it, you're like, oh my god, she's dead.
Yeah.
She's not dead.
She die?
No, but you think to watch it, she's dead. She's got to be dead.
Yeah. At that speed, a watermelon would kill.
Broken nose.
Have you guys ever killed an animal?
I know I have never killed an animal. I don't think I would admit if I did.
A few small rodents.
I killed a bird once by mistake.
Technically, I guess I was younger before the podcast.
No, I've never killed an animal.
Do you consider humans animals? I'm going to kill an animal soon.
I killed.
Why'd you get all serious?
Because I'm going to fucking.
What animal do you plan on killing?
A deer.
Really? You're going to hunt?
Yeah.
Why? You're going hunting?
Yeah, I got a crossbow.
When did you get a crossbow?
Where did I get a crossbow?
When did you get a crossbow? I know where you get a crossbow. I saw one at Canadian
When I had
Tire.
bronchitis.
So you were sick and you got yourself a crossbow. You're like, you know what?
Are you being serious?
I am sick.
Yeah.
What are you, fucking Robin Hood?
Like, I need a crossbow.
I better go get a crossbow.
Well, you need to get a gun license to get, and then there's this boring course you have to take.
A
But with
boring course, safety course.
Don't kill
I have
anybody.
guns at my house, but I'm not technically allowed to. I don't know.
You got to take. Wait a second. You shouldn't have. I got to take a boring course to carry a gun. Listen.
I don't see what your point is.
Can I ask you a question?
It's not a boring course.
First of all, did you really get a fucking crossbow?
Yeah,
You're gonna shoot yourself in the leg.
probably.
Yeah, you're gonna shoot yourself in the leg. Are you gonna get a vest like
Try to
Daryl?
roll with it, get a piercing through it.
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah.
I know.
Jordan.
Now, are you actually?
You haven't.
I don't know if you're a crossbow guy.
No.
Are you really gonna try to kill a deer?
Yeah, I'm gonna kill a deer.
Are you trying to man up?
No, I'm trying. No, there's
Is
no.
your last girlfriend called deer?
Not anymore.
Are you going to try and get the arrow back after you put it in the deer?
Yeah, I mean, you'll probably get the bolt back.
What happens when you miss?
It's subtle correction.
So you miss.
Oh, sorry.
How long does it take you to reload the fucking crossbow? Just pull one out of your back?
That's his plan.
Like where like
he thought he was going to get it first shot. He never considered this.
Yeah, you can miss. I don't know. I probably will miss a lot.
No, but like some deer's just fucking walking around, and all of a sudden.
But if you eat meat, like if you eat animals, like what's the problem? Like
you got a deer and shit?
I've got a deer before. Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've never killed one, but yeah, I've helped my dad get.
So you're a man.
No. It's not get mistaken. There's no like rite of passaging where it's like, oh, I'm going to kill a deer and then all of a sudden I'm going to be a man's man. I'm going to be the same person. I'm just going to.
No, I don't mean it like that. But if you can get a deer, you can hunt.
I know it's going to be hard.
I think all meat should only be like eaten by killing it. Personally.
Yeah, I mean, like if
you say that,
but
if you don't practice that.
If you eat,
that's
you
what
don't
I mean.
Go out and fucking.
I love that.
And go, let's make mortadella out of this thing.
If it was law, then it would be easier for me to become vegan.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So I got to suffer in your fucking post-apocalyptic law world because you want to become a vegan? Just become a vegan. Why do I got to kill and hunt animals? No fucking way.
If there was, so you just not want to, like, why wouldn't you hunt an animal?
Would you kill want that process?
You kill it?
But you'll eat them.
Yeah, that's fine.
But that's like just as bad.
No, it's not.
Would you want to kill a deer?
I'm not judging you on hunting
but
it
is much easier. Like morally, it is the exact same.
Yeah.
But if you're already all right with the morals of eating animal, then why would you also want to experience a traumatizing thing of seeing an animal die?
Yeah, not to be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Fair enough, but
has nothing to do with hypocrisy.
I kind of think it does.
I think it does.
I think so.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, because you're vegan. If you don't kill,
So how do you explain eggs? What's the hypocrisy in eggs? You're eating chicken.
Don't even get me started on the hypocrisy in eggs.
So you should be able to eat a baby.
I've written a novella on that.
Yeah.
So if you could take a chicken's egg, what's the hypocrisy on that? Like, how am I a hypocrite? Like, how would I?
Well, like an egg is just like they release an egg every month, or every week or something like that. It's like that's not actually no chickens actually die. It's just an unfertilized egg.
Would you eat, the question is, would you eat animal food if you had to kill it?
No.
Most people say no.
Yeah.
He's saying yes.
But the hypocritical thing.
So therefore, he's not a hypocrite.
The hypocritical thing would be to say that it's wrong to kill the deer and not wrong to eat. But if you're just like, no, they're both either wrong or right, but you decide, but one is unpleasant.
I'm right and you're wrong. How about that, Mayce?
How about
that, you fucking asshole?
You can't be a hypocrite because you don't want to hunt. I'm not against hunting, but you can't be a hypocrite because you don't want to hunt. What if I'm not good at hunting? Then I'm a hypocrite?
Then you become vegan.
Yeah, exactly. There's an old joke that vegetarian's just an old Indian word for can't hunt well.
That's a really old joke.
Listen, if I had to hunt my food, then I'd become a vegan. I gotta think about it. I gotta get a crossbow.
You're a hypocrite.
I gotta get a crossbow.
You're a hypocrite. I'm not a hypocrite.
Hang on.
You're a hypocrite.
I don't feel comfortable with either of you having crossbows.
Yeah, I don't want either.
I gotta
share.
I gotta find a place where there's fucking deer. I don't know there's
You're
fucking
the
deer.
Hypocrite.
Then I gotta kill it. Then I gotta put it in a fucking truck. Then I gotta take it somewhere. I gotta hang it. I gotta hang it, gut it, and then figure out how to cook this fucking thing.
Yeah, it's not me.
I'd just rather eat a loaf of bread at this point.
Dude, I don't mind the cooking part.
Right?
I don't mind I can do the cooking part. I don't want to do the other stuff.
There's cooking involved in getting that piece of bread too.
Yeah.
That you're not doing. You're not like harvesting the wheat.
Yeah,
I don't even know the steps. You know, so it's not
my
hypocritical.
My dad makes bread.
No. Don't throw your dad. You have to make bread.
I would rather make bread than fucking go.
Me too.
I don't have to fucking run through a forest to get bread.
I'd rather make bread.
It seems like an unpleasant thing.
I don't get a crossbow to get bread.
I don't want to make bread either. But I don't want to make bread and I don't want to hunt. So that doesn't make me a hypocrite.
Yes,
I don't want to make bread. I don't want to make cheese. I don't want to make any of that. I don't want to have to make my car. So I got to make a fucking car to drive it. I got to make tires. I got to make fucking every part to drive a car. Is that what you're saying?
And this is
a hypocrite.
This is why you're not on Conan. You understand?
Because of logic.
Build a car, and there's nothing. You ever see the episode of Fonz where he was blind? Like he was like, "Oh, I can't do this. I can't do anything." He was giving up on life. So Richard Cunningham took fucking Fonz's bike apart and left it in his place. It's like, you took my fucking bike apart. Fuck you. He didn't. That was TV, but that's what he was basically trying to say. So a couple days go by.
What he was trying to say was.
So the Fonz, after a couple days, he's like, fuck it. And he put the bike back together blind.
Okay,
he lost his eyesight.
My life isn't happy days, man. I don't have a studio fucking audience. I don't have 3 sets that I live on.
Well, this is awkward because I took your car apart and it's in your living room.
I've seen your leather jacket.
Oh, well.
Does Gavin have a leather jacket?
Yeah. I used to have one.
Really?
I'll make you one. I'll hunt a fucking cow. And
I don't mind that, dude.
Jacket.
I'm not against your hunting.
No, I know.
I just don't think it's hypocritical.
Listen, I think it's because most. I'm talking about people.
So you got to build a house too, because you live in a house.
Right. I agree. Okay. I'm okay with. The thing is, I'm saying. I'm not saying.
That means
I'm
you
okay with
you got to give birth to a daughter to fuck a woman. You got to have a woman to have a woman. You got to have a woman to have a woman.
I eat meat. Listen.
I'm just going by his logic.
Listen.
It's not my logic. This is his
Gavin,
logic.
I eat meat, okay?
I'm so confused.
You got to create water to drink water.
I
eat
meat.
You got to put the molecules together. H2O.
Let me talk.
Yeah.
I eat meat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you asked me, it's like, would you eat meat? Would you eat a hamburger if you had to kill the cow? I would say no. I would not. I'd go no. But will you still eat meat?
Yeah.
Yes. That makes me a hypocrite. No, I'm okay with being a hypocrite.
No.
He's proving the fact.
The hypocritical point is saying hunting is wrong, but still eating meat. That's hypocritical.
I think
you're just lazy.
Yeah, you won't hunt because it's a hassle.
Yeah.
No. That too. No, I don't want to kill. I think it's wrong.
Yeah.
I think it's wrong to kill animals.
Then that's.
I think it's wrong.
Right. Then you're hypocritical.
I think it's wrong. But will I stop eating meat?
To kill certain
no,
animals,
I will not
like
stop eating meat.
Domesticated ones. I think that's wrong. But
what?
I think it's wrong to kill certain animals, like like a dog or a dolphin. I think that's wrong. But even then, I would eat dolphin tuna. Like, whatever. Don't tell me there's dolphin in it. I'll eat it. It doesn't make me a hypocrite.
I'm talking for myself. I'm a hypocrite because I think it's wrong to kill animals, but I will still eat meat. So therefore, that makes me a hypocrite, and that makes him not him. If I was willing to hunt, then I would not be a hypocrite.
Well, take him out.
Is that why you're doing it?
No, I just want to.
He just wants to kill a fucking deer.
I just want to kill something. I just want to watch something's life just drain from its eyes.
Yeah,
no, it's
good.
like
some people
figure
take
like
drums,
No, I figure there's like I do eat meat and stuff like that, so I want to know the process of like what the implications of that. Like I want to experience the actual implications of eating meat. But that's like I want to just not be so disconnected from what I'm eating that I fuck it. This is the guy that goes to McDonald's every day.
That's very admirable.
I want to be but it's not. It's just it is what it is. It's just I want to be able to say like, okay, this is the process that goes into it. I don't know where I stand with it, so it's like I want to know that I have the capacity to fucking do it myself.
That's very admirable.
Or else then I am a fucking hypocrite.
I don't think you're a hypocrite because you don't want to do the whole process. But I think it's admirable that you do. But I don't think it's
courageous.
Yeah, it is.
It's not. It's just.
I think it is.
I think it is, but I don't think it's a hypocrite because you're like, I don't want to hunt. I don't like hunting.
But to Manolis, he's being honest and saying that he doesn't feel like killing animals is right. So it's like he would be a hypocrite.
Yeah, he's a hypocrite. I'm totally on that. He's a hypocrite.
Yeah.
But
thank you. So now I'm right.
Even when we were hunting animals, even when like people hunted animals for meat, there were people that didn't hunt and benefited from the hunters.
Yeah.
Right. So,
but they were probably good at making soap. Those are different times. Someone had to make the wagons.
Good at making.
You make the wagons. I'll get the fucking cow.
You're
all right.
Good at making jokes, and you drive us all over the place.
What's that?
You drive us all over the place. You're good at making jokes, telling stories. You do this podcast.
Right. So
right. I'm saying you're the exact same as those people that make the soap and make the wagons. You can.
So you're trying to say it's okay that I don't kill cows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, all my point is, if I had to make a choice,
you wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
Right.
That's
Neither would I.
Saying, which makes me a hypocrite.
I can't even fucking fish. Well, I'll eat tuna. You wouldn't believe.
Well, tuna's delicious.
Yeah, salmon. Give me some fucking salmon. I won't gut a fish though. I won't be like, I can't do that shit. Ripping out the insides and shit. Fuck that.
Well, here's where I wanted to ask. You shoot a fucking deer with a crossbow. You try to shoot him. Say it misses him. Do they, at that point, I don't know nothing about, do they
He's
go?
fucking gone.
He's gone? They don't look at you and go, I'm going to get that guy.
No, deers are, like, there are deers that are like people have been attacked by deer.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But for, like, the majority, no, they're passive and they're more scared of you.
See what I'm saying? I'm Manolis. If anybody's going to get attacked by a deer,
it's you.
It's me. You know,
or what happens is a moose sneaks up behind you.
Yeah,
then you're really fucked.
Oh yeah, they're fucking horses.
They're bigger than horses.
Are they bigger than horses?
Fucking bigger than horses.
Yeah. My brother killed 2 moose with a hearse once.
With a what?
Jeez. With a hearse, with an actual hearse.
He hit them.
He hit them. They got on the road.
Took out their legs.
Yeah, and the whole front end was fucking done.
Of course.
He was, and he had a dead body. My brother used to pick up dead bodies in high school with his buddy that worked at a funeral home. So he'd do pickups for
money. It's a hobby.
Yeah.
Did you tell me he was wasting his life? Look at the back seat. That's your life.
That's your life right there. You fucking asshole.
When are you doing this hunting thing?
You want to go?
Once I get my license.
You got to go through some boring stuff first.
Just be careful.
No,
I've always pictured you dying by crossbow.
Me too. You know, the Oracle told me that prophecy. In
the
96.
Oracle?
Yeah. But
oh, stop it, dude! You don't have to tie your shoes and fart.
But yeah, once I get the hunting license, is like not a big.
Are you gonna mount it on the back of your car or something? And you like stand on the back, he drives, and you just
like the A-Team. It sounds
like
lasers.
Driver, so no,
he's a terrible driver.
That will be death by crossbow if I try that.
He'll kill someone with his car. He'll kill a deer before you hit one.
Yeah, exactly. With your crossbow. Maybe it'll be easier that way. I'll have a better chance of actually getting a deer if I take Mayce with me.
The whole time he'd be looking for the left lane. Drive in.
But yeah, the hunting license is way easier to get than your gun license.
Boring.
Good for nothing course. I will eventually get my gun license too.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You'd be a cop or detective.
Can you kill deer with a handgun?
Can you kill a deer with a handgun? Are you allowed to? I thought you said can you.
No.
Are you allowed to?
Scientifically.
Oh, a handgun.
No, you'd use a rifle.
They're just for humans?
You got to keep it in your boot holster, though. You got to keep it in your boot holster. And you got to dress like one of those can girls from the cowboy days. You go, I declare, young deer. And then that's could you imagine someone going hunting with a handgun? Like one of those 1970s cop detective handguns?
You're hiding behind the tree with your hands up like this, like...
It's like Shaft.
Yeah.
Like you're in Miami Vice. Exactly. Someone's got cocaine in this force, I know it.
Yeah, you got to what's the guy with the white jacket on with his sleeves pushed up?
He's got mesh shoes on, for God's sakes.
He's sweating.
Deer's like, just stop putting that red light on me.
Why is that 80s music playing?
You get a handgun. That'd be awesome. That'd be brilliant, man. That'd be fucking amazing. Guy shooting with a handgun. Freeze! Freeze! And this guy pulls him with a car and he's got like the red siren on top.
The deer's trying to run. You sure he didn't? I told him to freeze.
He slides across the hood of his car. Freeze!
You see the deer's got handcuffs on him?
Book him, Dano. Book him. Book this deer.
You take a dead deer to the cop shop? Don't thank me.
I watched a movie called Wolf Cop. You ever seen Wolf Cop?
No.
It's a Canadian movie. It's so fucking stupid. It's awesome. But it's so funny. It's meant to be stupid. This guy, he's a cop who gets bitten by a werewolf, and he becomes a werewolf.
Oh, I think I heard about that.
It's so awesome. Yeah. He creates
He's still
car.
a cop?
He's still a cop. He's still got the uniform and everything on. But they do it so seriously that it's amazing. And
Wait, he just deals with people as a werewolf?
Yeah, as a werewolf.
He's
so
like pulls them up over in license registration, please?
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, you're fucking wolfed.
But he modified his car like to rip the doors off and put a wolf on it, and he drives at night as a wolf cop.
So the police force has no problem with him being a wolf.
Yeah, like he goes in and he's like, how come this pay doesn't have the pay stub attached? I thought I told Tammy before that like every fucking week now.
It's all like
yeah, I got I know I'm a wolf, but I got rent.
Yeah.
Well, he's like he drinks all the time and he eats donuts and he just but he drinks like crazy. He drinks whiskey and he eats a lot of donuts.
What is this on?
Yeah, I downloaded. It's called Wolf Cop. It's a movie.
I gotta watch that for sure.
It was a great, and they're making part 2. And he was hunting these guys that they were lizards and they were controlling this small town. No, I didn't.
Do you think anybody would be in it that
I
you
have
know?
No one I knew.
Yeah,
Wolf Cop
Matthew
launched
McConaughey
Meryl
was in
Streep's
it.
career.
It was Canadian. It was filmed in a small Canadian town. But
Really?
it's perfect. It's like, oh, you got it. You understand what this is. You get this whole thing. Like,
And it's hilarious.
Yeah, you know this is going to be shit and ridiculous and awesome. I'm like, I'd love to make movies like that where it's just like, oh my god, this is amazing. It's cheesy and it's supposed to be cheesy.
Yeah.
And they get it. It was awesome. What else do we have on the?
What's else on the list?
We got quite a bit. How much time have we done?
I have no idea.
1 hour and 35 minutes. I don't know if we put it on there, but there was a family that was storing the dead body.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
We could at least write it down.
Yeah, that was the PETA sign too, right?
Yeah.
The what?
This family, they stored that. I guess their father was.
Oh, I heard about
religious.
that.
Yeah.
They thought he was going to be resurrected.
Yeah.
So PETA put up a sign as something like, "At least we don't store it." But some I forget what the sign was.
It was just alluding to the fact that if you eat meat, those people eat meat, and people eat meat go crazy. I don't know. I can't remember, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something like And they had a billboard, and the city of Hamilton was like, "Well, we can't control what you put on the billboard.
Huh.
You just,
There's no laws that saying what can be if you pay for it. Like I guess.
What's funny because they let that guy's body like degenerate to a point where like rats were eating it. So even like he did like a resurrection, he just come downstairs like, seriously, you just let rats eat my face? Like, he obviously didn't give a shit that much.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with people? The Scott man wants me to keep this body in my.
And he died from diabetes.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And
he
he
lost and it got infected or something.
And they kept him up there, and
but they still thought God was going to.
I'm gonna come back. When you say it, Calgary. Calgary.
Anyway,
it's the rhythm to
Calgary.
Yeah.
Calgary. She was in a fucking. They kept her. This is recently. Just came out. They kept her in the house for 2 years after their death.
Wow.
In a fucking Tupperware container that was 5 feet long.
Those people fucking be thrown in prison.
He is. He got charged on Saturday with second degree murder and
he murdered them.
Decently. They don't. I don't know. They think he did.
It was funny when these guys. I think these guys got off or they got off late.
Yeah. They got off.
Yeah. And
because they believed it.
Yeah. But it was funny their reaction to her like we know we kind of fucked up. We're like they didn't have this like fuck you, this is our religion or whatever. They were like probably shouldn't have.
Well, at that point you gotta just roll with it.
You never
like,
back.
Fuck you, it's my religion. Yeah.
Were they in a semi-detached or an attached house?
I think it was on its own.
Okay.
But they lived there with 2 families, and that PETA billboard was, "Are there corpses in your home? Time to go vegan."
Which doesn't make any sense at all.
No.
Yeah, fuck off.
I guess exactly. Oh, you mean like the meat and shit?
Yeah.
I don't get guilted in that shit.
How many people eat meat? Like that's a mental illness.
Yeah.
Like that person had a mental problem.
Yeah.
Like let's be real here. Like there was a fucking like.
I want to be fake.
I'd rather be fake too, but I think there was a psychiatric problem involved there. Like really?
Yeah, but like okay, everyone's like, do you have like killing animals and what? If dogs had the run of what they want to do, we'd be fucking dead, man. Yeah. They'd be hunting us in packs like you wouldn't believe.
It's just nature, like
right.
Fucking.
Thank you.
Yeah, like a bear is not going to be like, well, maybe I shouldn't fucking claw this guy's face off.
Yeah, exactly.
Animals kill each other. We're animals.
Exactly.
Yeah, but animals, like, it's not like we are different. We are, like, it's not like a bear's going to be able to, like, you know what? I'm going to build a car. They can't.
Well, you're saying we have consciousness and they don't? Or?
We have something that they don't, regardless.
Yeah, that's true.
That if a bear kills,
logic, but that doesn't justify anything.
If a bear kills another bear, they don't put them in a bear jail.
But that doesn't justify anything.
There are bear Jehovah's Witnesses though.
Yeah, there is.
What?
Bear Jehovah Witnesses.
I think he said gel.
Oh,
So I meant to say jail.
Oh, bear
Jail,
gel.
like, there's
We're
not
both
jails
wrong.
for bears.
He said bear.
I guess
gel.
there is like
Jail.
zoos, but I mean like a real jail. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But you mean
like
bears? Like, yeah, because they fucking police themselves. You go down to the dog park, dogs police themselves.
Yeah.
They fucking take care of shit. If you're a dog that's not going with the pack, you'll get bit. They police themselves.
All right. So what I missed a bit. What is this relating to? Killing someone?
We were just talking about PETA's new billboard that they put up. They're blaming that woman who had her husband wrapped in a blanket and she thought he was going to be resurrected. They put up a billboard that was saying like it's because she ate meat that she was fucking crazy.
Their billboard was.
Did they know that for a fact though?
No, they're not true.
they're a weird.
They're saying if you have a corpse in the house, the PETA works on shock.
Yeah.
How many people are going to look at that now because they heard about it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how PETA works. They don't care as long as you know what PETA is, and if they can shock you and get you to like tell other people or whatever, get it to a big thing. That's all that matters. They don't give a fuck.
But like, what do they want? You not like? Do they think everybody in the world should be a vegan?
Yep.
But like, we're not vegans. Like, we're not humans.
Don't eat meat. Yeah.
But
Well, wait, we mean,
where are
like,
you gonna? How are you gonna get the nutrients if you don't eat meat?
There are vegans and they do.
But like, how? Like,
They're not happy
You
people. They don't have the proper iron and shit like
I'm
that.
vegetarian,
yeah,
but
they don't have like. It's not just protein. It's like iron.
Yeah, but you can
You
ask-
are vegetarian.
There's nothing wrong with vegetarian.
How do you?
I feel great. I felt better. I had a shitload of stomach problems, and then now I don't. And
Most
I used to
people
get
become-
acne all the time, and now I don't get acne.
Most
hardly at
people
all.
become they lose a lot of weight.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to eat like I think we need meat, but we're not supposed to eat it every fucking day.
Well, isn't there something that when we started eating meat, our fucking brains started developing a lot
yeah.
more because
Yeah.
it takes less for.
It played a role for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been doing it for so long. It's like it's so ingrained. Maybe that
Meat it creates great energy. It's a good. You burn calories faster with meat. It speeds up your metabolism. Meat's good, man.
I just don't see how it's morally. I just don't agree that it's morally.
I don't. The moral thing is like,
Maybe if it's healthier, that's cool. I
Yeah,
can see
I
them
get-
like basing it on that, but I don't see how it's
morally.
wrong.
Don't get me at morals because
I'm not politically driven. The only thing is, like, I do wish the way they did treat animals before they become meat would be a little bit better. That's basically mine.
No one has that kind of time.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
The amount of
It's about
fucking
money and time.
But if you had a pet pig for a month and then he's like, "Oh, you got to kill this fucking pig,"
Yeah,
you're
that
like, "Really?
actually happened.
To you?"
Yeah, I did have a pet pig. My dad killed it, and then
Really, that's your
fucking ate
fault.
it.
Why do you make him a pet?
I don't know. I didn't make it a pet. I just fucking existed in this world.
Was it in the
I ate it.
was it in the house or was it in
Yeah.
the backyard?
Did it
It was a
phase you?
potbelly pig. It was in our house. His name was Willie.
Did it phase you at all eating it?
I don't remember. It was a long
Do you
time.
remember how old you were?
I was young.
Like 7, 5,
5 maybe.
5? Okay.
Something like that. I don't know.
I had a pet chicken when I was in Greece. I was in Greece for 2 months, and I was like 7, 6. My brother had a chicken. I had a chicken. And this one day they're just not around, and apparently we ate the chickens.
Yeah.
And we're like, they were kind of cool, those chickens. I would have been okay with not eating those chickens. I'll eat other chickens, but I like these chickens.
Yeah.
I would have a problem with that. Like I don't. It's my own. Like for me, it's personal. I don't give a shit like how other people eat and all that shit. But I know I would definitely have a problem. Like if I had a pet pig. Like when you're younger, that's one thing I guess because you don't think of things the same way. But now I'd be like, I'm not eating that fucking meat. There's no way. There's just something about it.
Yeah. I mean, now I might. I don't know. I might do the same thing. I'm not in that situation. I don't know.
You might put more salt on it.
Yeah, I might.
I would like to. I wish there was like. If there was just more options out there, I would love to. If I had more time, maybe I just making excuses, but I'd like to take a course
On what?
just to how to be a vegan or a vegetarian. I don't even know the
It's
real
actually
difference between the
pretty
two.
easy.
That's
That's actually a great idea.
I the first time I tried to go at it, I was like, oh, this is too hard. And then the next time, I don't know if there's like a lot of food options downtown or whatever. But I think because people think of being a vegetarian, they think about like, oh, it's just like greens and all that shit. But there's like pretty much all kinds of shit.
Yeah, there's
like,
tons of stuff.
If you're a vegan, then you have to be really uptight about it. But like vegetarian is just no meat, and there's literally tons of stuff with no meat in it.
Our neighbors in our old house owned a vegan restaurant, It was pretty good. Salads and like vegan muffins, which I loved.
Yeah,
and then I've eaten raw. I've eaten raw food
a little bit. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Like a lot of times, like vegetarians will try to like get hamburgers and stuff that taste like meat, and you can't come at it like that. You have to just go, this is a completely different thing. Like there's a vegetarian buffet downtown.
Oh yeah.
Even if you were like a hardcore meat eater, you'd go in there and have a fucking great time.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's amazing.
We should do it.
Yeah, it's really.
Where
good.
is it?
It's I know it's near the bus station, so you know it's good.
It's a great way to sell it.
Yeah.
No, but I wanted to go there before. It was Affinity or something.
Yeah, it's Affinity. It's like 5 stars, like
that's
Yelp
really nice.
and everything. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
I'm in. I'd love to.
Yeah, we
you
should
hear
do
about
it.
The Source? Have you guys heard about The Source in L.A.? There was a restaurant called The Source.
Yeah.
And it was a vegan restaurant that had like really cool salads and stuff, and it became like a huge hot spot, and like celebrities would go and everything, and it was busy all the time. And then the guy that owned it basically just started a cult with the employees and people that would come out. There's a documentary of it on YouTube on Netflix called The Source Family.
Oh wow!
And it basically they just like all eventually moved into a house together, wearing like togas, and then just he started having sex with everyone.
That's
and
what you do.
Babies being born.
That's what you do with a
cult.
Why else would you start a cult?
Like 85 members changed their name to something Aquarius.
Wow. They can't just eat it and just.
No.
It never happens with a meat restaurant. That never happens with a fucking
we go to
keg.
McDonald's and then we go our separate ways.
Yes, no keg. There's also another meat, Rapscallions, like a meat place. But yeah, we should try this vegan place.
Yeah, they have a meatless Mondays at Rapscallion too.
So what? Oh, when do you guys want to do this? We should do it soon, and we should do it before the next podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you do it, Jordan?
We should do it on a day.
I got to study.
Not tonight.
Yeah.
No, why don't we do it on when you come to do your own radio show on Fridays?
Let's do it before or
Yeah,
after?
before maybe.
Is it cheaper?
I'd have to be way before.
It'd be cheaper before, yeah.
Let's do it. You want to do that before?
What, like noon? Go for lunch?
Yeah, go for lunch.
All right.
Affinity.
Yeah.
And then we could talk about it next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the tofu squares.
Yeah.
Well,
There's actually not a whole lot of that.
We'll do
I hate tofu.
like this week. You guys want to do it?
Yeah.
All right, then you guys can just all come on the show. Then we'll just do that.
Oh, you want to do that?
That's
you guys
awesome.
up for that?
Is there
What time is your show at again?
Well, somebody will have to share. There's
Okay.
not fucking 5 mics, but
Yeah. We'll do the meal before the show.
yeah.
Okay. Friday will probably work.
Cool.
All right. Do we have anything else that we want to talk about?
There's the Eric Garner case.
Eric Garner.
Oh, and comics who knew Cosby was like that. I was reading this article from like the 90s the other day. It was all about the Cosby Show and how it was like changing black stereotypes and stuff like that. And there was this one quote from it that the guy was like, half the argument was that people were happy about the Cosby Show, and then there was like a portion of like that were upset about it.
Yeah.
And like the one guy was like, I'm just happy that it's like for once we're not being depicted as murderers and rapists.
Right? That's a common thing that I heard about.
Yeah, but it was a rapist that has.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm an idiot. I apologize.
No, it's okay. I was almost there.
Yeah.
And then fucking.
Well, apparently apparently a lot of that's what Pat Nozzle I read in an article was saying. Yeah, it's common knowledge. Bobcat Goldthwait jokes about it all the time. Tina Fey put it into 30 Rock.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, yeah.
What happened?
She put
She put it in there?
Yeah,
that dialogue?
She wrote that dialogue that Tracy Jordan on the show is like, something happened, and then...
It's Tracy Morgan. Like, they get him on the phone, Tracy.
And they're trying to get him back on the show, and then Jack Donaghy's like, oh, we can get Cosby to come talk to you, and he's like, oh, after he did to my aunt, and something like that.
Something. It's just a reference of like something about drugging her or trying to take it. Yeah. But it was just like loosely.
But you didn't think anything of the time. You just thought
it was crazy. Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan. Yeah.
But yeah, that was from some sort of information.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it I've been hearing that for. I can't say forever, but I've heard that thing before about Cosby.
Way
before this happened.
The last few years, I heard about the the woman charging him, and I was in that mentality of, oh, she says this lies. I was in that mentality, blaming the victim.
Yeah, but has enough of these women they're not?
Yeah, apparently
are they not asking for money? Right?
One woman is now.
One.
But it's like, come on, because she was saying. Because the statute of limitations is gone because it's so long ago. It's in the 70s, but you can remove the statute if if you can prove that you were because she said she was 15 and if it affected you in the last 4 or 5 years or something, and so she's like, oh yeah, it just started happening in the last 3 years, so I'm going to sue.
Mm-hmm.
But she tried to extort him before, too.
Oh, really?
That's not good.
But I'm not saying it didn't happen. I just think what she's doing is not. And apparently they vandalized Walk of Fame star. Someone wrote in rapist all over.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be paying him money.
And even for her, extorting him, it seems if that's all it was, that would be shitty. But if it was,
I think that's
it seems like it was legitimate. And if it was legitimate, there's no reason she shouldn't be like, well, he's a millionaire and he raped me.
I don't think
get some money out of this.
I don't think her story is fake.
Yeah.
It might not be, but I don't think it is.
I
think the extortion is bad because what it does is it
delegitimize
everybody else's.
It makes like Bill Cosby look like
it's like, oh, then
maybe he didn't do it, maybe he didn't do it.
Yeah. So I think that's what's
but
bad.
I'm saying if there's enough women that are not asking for money or just saying it, that probably means that he fucking probably
the
did
stories.
something.
There's too many fucking stories.
But
that are exactly
if there's 20
kinda
women,
saying,
I don't know how many women have come forward, but
20.
say, is there 20?
20.
So if 20 women say, yeah, he raped me, and I'm not asking for anything, you're not going to find 20 women that want to just do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how it feels.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
you're
just
not going to find one that wants to come out and do that, especially in this level of fucking.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. You live in a small town, and the big, the guy that runs the company that's the big company in town, keep your women will keep their mouth shut in that situation.
Well, any woman that comes,
Cosby.
Any woman that comes forward knows the world's going to see her face. Not like fucking just America. Earth is
and you're
going to
deal and you're going to deal with the haters, which is the worst people on the planet,
right?
Because they don't give a fuck about you. You're ruining their childhood.
But how does Bill Cosby now prove that? Does it matter?
He doesn't have to prove anything.
Does it matter? Does it affect his career? Does it matter?
His career's done.
Do you think it's done?
He's been
done.
banned from a bunch of places, right?
Can't get booked.
His head shows canceled.
I think he's still doing some shows, though.
He's been doing Hamilton. We accept it. But everyone else is just like...
I bet his sales went up, actually.
Yeah, I know. Oh, really? Oh, it's like me. I should go. It's
relatable.
They're saying couldn't cancel it because there's a huge fee for canceling.
But I'm sure everybody else paid for it.
Wait.
Yeah.
Cosby's coming to Hamilton?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know. But
January.
There's going to be some fucking hecklers.
Oh, hecklers!
There's gonna be because they already put out.
There might be a
word of the show. Just
people are gonna be protesting out front too. They're gonna be.
How does he prove if he didn't do it? Let's say he didn't do it.
He doesn't have to prove anything because of the statute of limitations.
No, but
on the cases.
I'm talking about the way he's being looked at from Earth.
It's done. It's
done.
No,
but is there any way he could prove that he didn't do it?
It's done. This is how.
Let's pretend maybe.
Okay.
Let's pretend there was a possibility. I'm just curious.
I think by addressing it, like that one interview where he's like, "No, we don't talk about that. Now you can cut that out." It's like by being like, "No, I didn't do it," would be a good first step.
Well, see, even that in that situation with that interview shows how much power he has.
But
but they didn't cut it out. He thought he had that power.
But that's what I'm saying. That interview shows exactly what's going on because there was a time when they would cut it out.
Yeah, that must have worked 100 times for him to be that confident.
Exactly.
In it.
And so with dealing with a woman who has no power in the business who's coming in, he had that kind of power where people wouldn't say shit. But now no one gives a fuck anymore. That interview, it draws the perfect picture of what's going on with him.
Yeah, whatever,
and
old
how
man.
He sees himself.
You're a rapist. Go
he's
fuck
a
yourself.
fucking megalomaniac. He's a sociopath. He thinks he's bigger than everybody.
He's been really good at hiding that side of him.
Yeah, but here's my thing: is like I bet you there's 1,000,001 of these fucking stories in Hollywood, everywhere. I bet you there's a fucking 1,000,001.
Well, you have to,
like Fatty Arbuckle.
I bet you you got these people with all these all this power controlling people's dreams. You're telling me that doesn't happen all the fucking time?
Yeah.
What if he did?
Fatty Arbuckle was proven innocent, and his career was still ruined from it.
What they say
he
he
was
did?
like a silent film star. They said he raped a girl, and then he went to court for it, and he was proven innocent in court, and his career still got just
really.
So like, I don't know if Cosby will be able to. Yeah, he was a comic actor. I don't know if Cosby will ever. Fuck, he's gonna be dead in like 3 years. But I don't know if he'll ever be able to come back from it anyway.
Which is the worst because that's your legacy.
Yeah,
After
but I mean,
all
like,
that shit, that's your legacy.
What if it's good? It came out.
You're a rapist. Yeah, you're a rapist.
But he had some form of his life where he fucking got called out on it.
Well,
especially the end.
What's sad? It took Hannibal Buress to call him out on it. That's what's sad. For us to believe it, it took Hannibal Buress because these women were saying stuff before.
Yeah.
And took Hannibal Buress.
And there was like a lot of guys who were like, well, if it happened, why didn't they come out and say it? It's like, well,
not just guys, dude. That's women saying that shit too.
Well, yeah. I just was reading fucking Yahoo Answers comments.
Yeah. I was reading something where they were kind of analyzing every step of the process. Like every person that would have like relayed those messages was being paid by Bill Cosby or the Bill Cosby Entertainment.
Damage control.
Yeah,
Spin,
exactly.
Spin.
So, like, the people who would take the woman out of the room, they were told that all women are going to say that he raped.
Yeah.
Right? So, it was just like, you know, they're going to say that for sure. Like, they're telling those people
that's
that.
all bullshit.
Yeah.
I think people are making, like, now, like, Jim Ghomeshi recently, what happened, they got busted because some record company paid them $5,000 to interview Tom Petty in L.A. And so now CBC's like, because their policy was never to take money from artists interviews. And
it's payola, right?
Right. That's what they're saying. And they're like, oh, this lowly producer didn't know what to do. He made a mistake. It's bullshit. You knew this was going on.
Yeah.
You knew it was going on. It's money. Nobody fucks around with money. Nobody fucks around with money. You got money coming in. You don't fuck around with it. Head producers know about it. They know extra money's coming in, and they know when money's going out.
Yeah.
It's just now it's like everyone, like with CBC, they got to cover their fucking ass. Everyone's covering their ass because all the shit's coming out. Investigation's going to happen. So let's throw it on this fucking producer who made a mistake because he didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. But this shit's going on for a long fucking time. People don't care if they're making money. People don't care what goes on. They just let it happen.
Yep.
And that's what happened with these people. We're like, oh, yeah, Bill Cosby used to do it all the time. I should have said, you were getting paid.
Yeah.
You were fine with the gravy train at the time.
Yep.
They're all fucking guilty.
Now, this is the one thing I want. What if he did something like, okay, I'm going to do a lie detector test. What if he said, I'm going to do
They
10.
can be faked.
What if he decided, I'm going to do 10 lie detector tests from 10 different, like, you know what I mean? Like, NBC does one, and fucking Fox does one for him. And like, and he passed them all. Would that be the only way he could get out? Like, I'm just curious. Like, how does a guy?
The court of public opinion is very powerful.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I agree with that, especially in like our fucking time. Like, especially where everyone has a voice that can be heard so easily. So it's like a lot of the times, like facts get wishy-washed.
At the end of the day, it's up to him to prove that he didn't do it. If he didn't do it, then prove it.
Yeah, I know, but
how do you prove it?
He
doesn't have to.
I think it would just like if you
kind of does, doesn't it?
But if somebody came out and said you guys raped somebody, wouldn't you be like, no, I didn't?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't that be the first step you would take?
I think.
Sorry.
I mean, it seems like he probably raped somebody, a bunch of people, and if he did, he probably also is a egomaniacal, you know. He probably doesn't give a shit that much about his reputation to the point where he really wants people to believe he didn't do it.
This is an old man that would call up black comics and go, I don't like what you're doing on stage. You swear too much. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
He did that. He actually did that to Eddie Murphy.
He does it to a lot of guys, but he did it Chris Rock. But that's his mentality, right? Like, I have that right.
Yeah.
To do that.
But I think Manolis is right that if he didn't, he should be expressing more care about it, being like, no, I didn't do it. I'll do a million lie detector tests. I'll pay for all of you women to do lie detector tests. I just let's take this serious. He should be the one caring about it.
Yeah, but he also lives in a world where
proving it.
He's also at an age. He also lives in a world where you just, if you ignore it, it goes away. He's not internet. He's not internet savvy guy. He's from the age. he's
the only
generation. Ignore it, it goes away.
The meme generator proved that.
Fuck.
I think he has a MySpace. I'm not sure though.
The only
he just got on MySpace.
So he's just like, if you ignore it, it disappears. And I think, I don't know. He's as much as he's getting hate, he's probably getting the same amount of fucking love from people.
Yeah, you're like, I don't care what they say.
Yeah,
I know it's not true.
I love your sweaters.
Bill Cosby, I grew up with you. I don't
care. Coke is it? Coke is it?
Dude, R. Kelly committed pedophilia. Like, he pissed on 14-year-old girls. Mm-hmm. He married a 12-year-old. Like, Aaliyah was 12 when he met her. And then they came out with their wedding when she was 15, right?
Yeah, he made a song called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number.
Yeah. Exactly. So, but
I love
Jesus,
he got away. People were like on his side. They're like, "Fuck it, he makes fucking awesome music. Fuck that. Fuck everybody else. Fuck that."
So that's Bill's problem.
No, I'm saying it. People
should have made better. He should have made tunes.
I'm telling you, this is different now. This is different.
So, how did R. Kelly get off with that?
First of all,
hey, you know he got off.
That was in the black community, right? That's in the black community. Yeah. So he's dealing with a black girl and him. So he's rich, and the public opinion was always like, I don't give a fuck. I love his music. Fuck him. Fuck that chick. We don't know if it's real. Yeah. We don't know that shit.
So let's pretend if he did like 50 lie detector tests, and would that save his career?
Only if Maury Povich doesn't.
Would that save his career? Yes or no?
I've never been in that situation. I don't know.
Yeah. Are you asking if it would convince us?
Let me finish this.
Because I think if he did a bunch of lie detector tests and got the women to do, and it all like they were lying and he was telling the truth and all of them, I think I might be like, okay, maybe they were in it for their own financial.
Let me finish the R. Kelly thing, because if it was like a white guy with a white girl, same situation. If the white guy was like really popular, I think it would be the same situation.
Did the white guy write Ignition?
Look at fucking Great Balls of Fire guy. He married his fucking cousin who was underage. Nobody gave a fuck.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
That fucked his career up.
Did it?
Yeah,
That ruined his career. That ended it.
Maybe.
Yeah. And I mean, like where he was from was a southern rural town.
Elvis. Okay, let's go with Elvis.
Elvis had a 16-year-old girl?
Yeah, 15, 16.
But she was like 12 when they met or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So and they were traveling around together. So, but you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's a black thing or a white thing. It's just like. It's like a support.
You don't believe in mixing races.
No, I think what happens is when like we're in a different age now, a different generation. Even from R. Kelly, we're in a different generation, a different age.
You know, like Woody Allen's probably ducking his head right now.
Fucking Woody Allen should be fried, man.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. What?
He's going. Whew.
He's like,
off me.
He married that chick. What's her name?
What do you think happened with him? Do you think he was like a pedophile?
I think so, from what I hear. But then, like, I don't know.
He was a stepdad, and then when she got older,
no, but apparently there's other stuff that came out with his other daughters.
Oh yeah.
But like, then who am I? Like to go, oh yeah, that happened.
I picture a 12-year-old girl saying to him, "Just get off of me."
It's so believable.
He's such a fragile person. Like I can't. If you punched him once, he'd be dead.
Here, have a tiara. That's the name of the episode.
I read an article about that whole thing that said that, like, the wife was crazy, and he's done lie detector tests and tried to get her to, and she won't.
Yeah.
So, but it was written by him. Yeah. So I was reading it like, no, this seems convincing. But obviously he's a professional writer.
By Woody Allen. Send photos in of your daughters.
So
it was like when Gianna Meshi made that Facebook post too.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, look, he's innocent. Like, people are just...
What the fuck was wrong with people?
I know. That was crazy.
Like, oh, he said this. These are the facts. It's the same as when they shot the dude in fucking Ferguson. And they're like, well, the cop said this, this, and this. Yeah, but the cop lied already about... his photos of how he was all beaten up and shit. And then the real photos came out. He had a little red mark on his cheek. Oh, but, the cop, it does make sense. Mm. That prosecutor, 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5, I heard. He prosecuted 5 cases in front of a grand jury for shooting a black person, and all 5 cops got off. All 5.
I saw Jon Stewart's take on that whole
on the Garner.
Yeah.
There's no reason. There's video of that shit.
Yeah, he was saying like the other one, there's some ambiguity and all that stuff, but this one you're actually watching it happen. Like I can't even imagine.
Because the guy was like selling cigarettes.
I don't know what was happening.
Like Who gives a fuck?
I don't know what happened with any of this.
It's not like he had a
cop
fucking
came
shop
out
or
and gave him a
something. Just, like, on the
chokehold.
street.
Even the chokehold.
Now cigarettes are even killing people who sell them, not just people who smoke them.
Yeah.
Even the chokehold isn't proper procedure. Like they said, that's not even based on that. You should fucking convict this guy. At least charge him.
Yeah.
What about that kid? The kid.
And wait, did the guy die?
Oh yeah, he died.
Holy
Said
shit.
he can't breathe, and they killed him. It's on video. You watch him.
I don't want to see a man die.
I know. I didn't
I'm
want
not
to either.
Jordan,
But
It's really upsetting.
even that kid, the 21-year-old kid, I watched that. Not 21. He was like 12 or 14, and he had a toy gun. And they shot him. So the cop, I watched the video. Cop shows up, just pulls in, gets out of the car, shoots the kid.
Yeah.
Like fucking 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And they were saying that cop, he was training in another area to become a cop, and the guy that was training him was like, this guy should never be a police officer. He's not mentally stable. He's not mature. He shouldn't. And he went to I guess there, I think it was Cleveland, and became a police officer. Like 2 seconds. Didn't like drop the gun, none of that. Just jumped out of a car. Someone called in. Now I see a kid with a gun in the park, and the kid's by himself just walking around with his gun. He took the orange tip off. And they're like, it might be a toy gun. That's what the call-in was. And this guy just pulled up, jumped out, fucking shot the kid.
Wow.
Nothing. He got off. How many times do people get off?
That's ridiculous.
I do. I get off sometimes.
Well, thanks for turning that into...
I'm sorry. Killing people are wrong.
No. Let's turn this into a Three's Company.
Unless it's with a cross.
I have to go, guys. We
can wrap this up.
We did a long one, right?
Yeah, it's 2 hours and 6 minutes.
Let's wrap it up.
Perfect.
All right. I got
do a
one
solo show for 4 hours still.
I got one quick plug.
All right.
Is my buddy David Charles, DavidCharles. He's a filmmaker. Find him on Facebook. He would be a mutual friend of mine on Facebook. He also does headshots. He's a really good photographer. I think he charges $100 for headshots, and he'll do 1,000 shots and condense it down to 100 or some shit like that. He's an amazing film. He's a great filmmaker. So he's always looking for more projects to work on. That's all I gotta say.
He's taping my CD taping.
Yeah, he's a fucking great guy too.
January 30th at the Staircase Theater, 8 p.m.
Yeah, if you need his contact information, you can contact me directly.
Cool.
Please.
How should they contact you?
By letter.
By Facebook.
By pigeon.
Facebook or Twitter.
Pigeon carrier.
Pigeon.
I don't check my MySpace anymore, but Twitter.
You're really on top of that MySpace stuff today.
It's still there. I just haven't gone back.
Your MySpace is great.
Yeah, I think someone moved into your MySpace. I think you have squatters on your MySpace now.
MySpace got 2 people married. So.
Have we heard?
Yeah.
That you're marrying people off. It's called mail order. Are we plugging our shows?
Plug anything you want. That's
All right. I'll be in New Year's Eve. I'll be in Brampton, and then the 20th I'll be in London at Fanshawe College. The 30th I'll be taping my CD retape. The 5th I'll be in Toronto. That's something. The 28th or 29th I'll be in Guelph. Then I'm out in Vancouver area. Hecklers on the 13th that week. The Comedy Mix the 18th, and Laugh Shop the week after, the 27th, my birthday weekend. I'll be in Calgary. Then I'm back. I'll be doing some other dates up until July 3rd to the 5th. I'll be at Montreal at the what's the name of the club in Montreal? The Comedy Nest. That's what I have so far. It's a good plug. I like that.
I'm good.
Check out the band Stereography.
Okay. Nope. We're good.
Right, that was episode 91.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Twitter and Facebook. Follow and all that kind of stuff.